Going live in 3, 2, and 1. Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing? I know it's been a minute. Hello, Waff Paws. I know you are so excited. I know you were excited yesterday. So, it's finally time. It's time for something that I've been waiting for months, and that is to dive into a brand new game called Promises to Keep, a furry visual novel. I have never played a visual novel ever, well, except for Ace Attorney, but Ace Attorney is technically an adventure game, but it is stylized like a visual novel, which technically counts. I'll count it. And yes, so I have been looking forward to this for a while. I wanted to wait until the new update came out, so that way all characters were ready to go for day 3 of their character routes. So we are all ready to go, and yeah, I am very excited to play this. This is gonna be a ride. I'm joined today with Fenrez and and Pika, 2 of my amazing voice actors, and we are gonna be bringing this game. We are gonna be bringing this game to life before your very eyes. So sit back, relax. Grab some snacks, grab something to drink, like I've got a coffee with me right now.
Same.
I have a chamomile lavender tea.
Yep. And yeah, we are going to be approaching this with a narration read-through style in mind, as well as a Let's Play so we can commentate on the game as well as our thoughts. So yeah, without further ado,
let's
dive in.
Let's get started, Kane. Let's also cry.
Let's do this.
Let's see the promises.
All right, I'm gonna pull up my phone here. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably mute the audio capture because I've got game audio going here. Yep. Let me just get my. Yeah, I'm gonna just pull up my chat on this. I'm just gonna put my phone up over here. Nerf Striker 2013, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Orange Heart Tribe. Yeah, boop to you too. And oh, I just now remembered. Hi, Sinbad. I just remembered that was your Twitch username. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, friend of mine. Anyways, let's do this. Let's start. Here we go. Promises
to keep.
Please enter your name. Okay, I think if I hit enter, it'll say Leo. Your name will be Leo. Yes, okay. Alright. We're sorry to inform you that due to severe weather conditions, your upcoming flight has been canceled. Please log in to our app or website to reschedule. Crap. I had just laid down, fur still wet from the shower, luggage packed and ready to go. I was bracing myself for a short night of sleep, but now it looks like I have no flight to wake up for tomorrow. I stare at the cancellation message, silently willing it to change into something else. Oh wait, hang on, let me make the PNG tubes a little shorter. I didn't realize the text box would be that. Alright. It doesn't, of course. I pull myself off the creaking mattress, reaching blindly for the suitcase I'd placed next to the bed. I unzip it and fish out my pillow and an extra blanket. I wrap it haphazardly around myself and stuff the pillow under my head, not even bothering to make the bed properly. My phone buzzes again. An email from the airline bringing another reminder of the cancellation. Really need to get my VTuber model set up for my character promise. I don't have TI set up at the moment. Ah, okay. Yep, no escaping it now. No, I'm not going anywhere. I was really looking forward to leaving. After a prolonged minute of staring into nothing, I begrudgingly opened my flight app. The bright colors of the loading screen beam down on me. I roll over onto my side and watch the wind-beaten window, that thin sheet of glass keeping the blizzard at bay. What am I doing? There's literally no point in trying to reschedule now. A snowstorm like this will put the entire city off commission for a while. I take one last look at my phone. Low battery mode, 3% power. I know the feeling. I flop my arm over the side of the bed once again, pawing around for the charging cable. The phone buzzes lightly as I plug it in, and I flip over to stare once again at the window. Sleep finds me faster than I expect. At least in my dreams, I am somewhere else. Somewhere else? Didn't you want to live here? Didn't you promise all those years ago to those people that you'd return? Now that you're here, you can't wait to leave. Face it, you've returned, but you're not really living here. You're just waiting to die. Alright, I shiver a little. Something feels off. I poke my head out of the tightly wrapped nest of blankets. My bleary eyes take a few moments to adjust to the bright light peeking through the curtains. What time is it? I reach for my phone on the nightstand, sleepily sweeping my paw around my desk until I find it. I groan. Guess it's on the floor now. I begrudgingly roll to the edge of the bed, still somewhat protected by my covers. Fishing my phone off the ground, I tap the screen to check the time. Nothing. I could have sworn I plugged it in. I get up, still swaddled in my blankets, and stumble over to the window. I open the curtains and... oh my god. I had known the storm was going to be serious, but... standing at my frost-covered window, I'm greeted by a huge, looming, mountainous piles of snow. It had been ages since I had seen anything like this. Last time I saw it was at my cottage during up in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. Adjusting my cocoon of blankets, I reach out a paw and place it gently against the glass, feeling the chill seep into my paw pads. The view through my window was comforting, in a way. It reminded me of childhood mornings, the unparalleled excitement of a snow day, and the cozy security of a warm house in the cold weather. I shiver again. A warm house. I look down at my still dead phone, and then back up at the snow-encrusted window. My brain feels fuzzy and slow, unable to fully comprehend my situation. Wait. I turn and sweep into the living room, my blankets trailing behind me, and I walk up to the thermostat on the wall. You've gotta be kidding me. I can only see my reflection staring back at me in the temperature control panel, the interface itself blank and devoid of life. Suddenly it strikes me just how cold I am, how cold everything is, from the air brushing my face to the floor beneath my footpaws. The power must have gone out at some point during the night. And with it, of course, the heat. For a few long moments, I stand completely still in the center of the living room, attempting to process this turn of events. I trudge over to my fridge and open it out of instinct, but I'm quickly reminded that I cleaned it out last night. Probably for the best. This thing is useless without power.
Wow.
Defeated, I slowly walk to my chilled easy chair and sit, unsure of what to do. Without a clear way out of this mess, all I can do is start to daydream. I wonder if he's still out there, during this storm like everyone else. Who am I kidding? I've been back here a whole year and there's been no sign of him. Not that I've actively scoured the city for him, but I've been so busy. Oh no, not the music. Why do I have a feeling a heartbreaking moment is about to happen? Oh my gosh. Hello, Bluebell. Welcome on into the stream, buddy.
Hi, Bluebell.
I've just been so busy. Work has been so busy. Life just got in the way. I'm jolted out of my thoughts by the doorbell. Startled, fur standing on end a little, I crane my neck, trying to see the visitor through the frost-caked window. When that fails, I finally uncurl myself from the chair and step quietly towards the door. Peeking out of the peephole, I can see... nothing, just a white haze. Must be covered with snow. I jump as the knock sounds once again, right next to my head. Okay. You want to do? I know who this is, but you want to do him, Fen?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's Theodore.
Hello? Anyone in there? My name's Theodore, and I live down the street. I'm just checking to make sure you're okay.
Theodore? Yes, I remember running into him once or twice on the way to work. An Arctic fox about 10-ish years older than me. I reach out a paw to open the door and then realize I'm still swaddled in blankets. I frantically shed my sheets and scramble about for a coat, cursing as I knock it on the floor. Crap! When I'm finally ready, I cautiously open the door. And the wind hits me like a truck. My fur fluffs up and I curl into my jacket, shivering. I had expected my thick snow leopard pelt to keep me safe from the wind, but clearly I was wrong. The bundled up Arctic fox stands in my doorway, paw outstretched to knock again.
Oh. Oh, hello. Sorry for the surprise visit, Leo. Right? Say, Leo, right?
I nod dumbly, too cold to give him a proper reply. He looks at me up and down, concern plain on his face.
I'm checking up on my neighbors. I understand a lot of people lost power last night, and...
He stops mid-sentence and takes a tentative step forward.
Do you mind if I come in? Then we could shut the door. You look like you're freezing.
I take a guilty look behind me at the state of my living room. It's a little messy, but okay. I step backward and let him shut the door behind him.
Thank you, Leo.
Can I just say
weather we're having,
I love
right?
how there's a Nintendo Switch in the back.
Oh yeah, I did notice
I just realized. That's cool.
Anyway, sorry, Fed.
It's home weather we're having, right?
He gives me something between a grimace and a smile, clearly trying to lighten the mood as I shiver next to the door. He looks me up and down again. I nod once more, pulling my coat tighter around myself. I miss my blanket cocoon. How can I help you?
Well, I'm hoping I can be the one to help you.
His eyes scan the room, landing on the dead thermostat and piles of blankets on the floor. I wince internally, thinking about what a mess the place is.
It's looking like this whole side of the street lost power. As I understand it, the snowstorm knocked over a tree, which in turn uprooted an electrical pole.
Oh, my ears droop. That's pretty serious. He locks eyes with me, with mine then, his voice gentle.
Yes, I'm afraid it is. Sorry, but it looks like most of the neighborhood will be out of power for a few days at least.
A few days? Panic starts to bloom in my chest. I was already freezing my butt off, and it was only going to get colder. Theodore seems to notice my alarm and gently reaches out to place a paw on my shoulder. I feel its warmth through my shirt, seemingly the only source of heat in the whole house.
Leo, please don't worry. I would be happy to house. Yep, I would be happy to house you. Yeah, house you? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I would be happy to house you until your power comes back on. That's why I'm here.
His voice draws me back to the present, and I look up at him. So nice.
I still have electricity and an extra room for you. With heating, of course. I'm actually housing a few other people as well. Neighbors from this side of the street. You are more than welcome to join us for however long you need.
How am I getting the biggest smile on my face right now from looking at this dude? Like, he's so nice!
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, wow.
The gears start turning in my head. Before this, Theodore and I seldom spoke, and now he's offering to house me? I didn't have any reasons to be skeptical, but we love Leah, we love Theo, we all say in unison, yes!
Yes.
I know this might sound like it's coming out of nowhere, but we haven't had a winter this bad in quite a while. should look out for one another in times like these, right?
I think this man has watched the Mr. Rogers. A group of random people at another person's house? Someone I didn't really know?
And the crowd we've got is pretty friendly, I promise.
His tone is warm, inviting, and absolutely genuine. I take one more look at the dead thermostat and it stares back at me vacantly. Well, it seems to say, what other choice do you have? I take a deep breath and regain my voice. Okay, sure. If you don't mind, I'd love to stay at your place, at least until my power comes back. Aw, Sinbad. Theodore beams at me, clearly pleased.
Let's hear it. Why don't you gather some of your stuff to bring over? And let me know if you need a hand.
No, I've got it covered. Just give me a second. I walk briskly to my room, heart pounding. I enter my room and grab the luggage I had carefully packed yesterday. Frick, it's so much colder in here than I realized. Trembling slightly, I take one more quick look around, slipping my dead phone and its charger into my pocket. I knew I was set on leaving this room and this house behind today, but I didn't expect it to happen like this. I exhale shakily, remembering to breathe. I had never been to Theodore's place. To be honest, we had barely spoken before this encounter. I'm not even sure I know which house is his. I begin to worry in earnest now, twisting the handle of my luggage between my frozen paws. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I was supposed to be on a flight going far away. Hey, come on, Leo. You don't have time to mope or to panic. I chastise myself lightly, remembering once again to breathe. How is it so easy to forget? I look down and realize I'm still wearing last night's clothes. I should probably change real quick, especially if I'm going to be meeting new people. Oh god. Just keep moving. That's all you have to do. I take one more deep breath and release the handle of my bag. Just be normal. Theodore looks up from his phone as I return to the living room, glancing at my full luggage.
All packed? Anything you need me to carry?
No, I think I've got everything I'll need. And it's just down the street. I can always come back.
Fair enough. Ready to go then?
I give the place one final look around. It looks back at me, cold and painfully familiar. Yeah, I think I am.
Well, I'd suggest a warmer coat. And you'll definitely need some snow boots.
Huh? Mind's still fuzzy from the weather. I pause and look down at my clothes, then back up at Theodore.
Look, I've been walking around it. I'll try again. Walking around it all day. That wind is plain nasty, and the shallowest snowdrifts are thigh-high at least. I know we've both got some serious winter padding, but this storm is something else.
Oh, of course. Snow boots. I shake my head violently to clear my brain fog, but all it does is give me a headache. Right, sorry. Let me just... Theodore flashes me a warm smile.
Take your time. Don't worry.
I putter around the messy room, collecting my thickest coat and sturdiest boots. My paws twitch slightly at how cold they are. It felt like everything in the house froze overnight. I felt like everything in the house, including my brain, I guess. I forgot that sometimes does two lines. I quickly zip up my coat and button over the zipper, and then begin struggling with the boots.
There we go. That's more like it.
I try to give him a smile back. Ready to go. Promise, this time.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is so cozy.
I love this, man.
The snow stretches out in front of me, pristine, fresh, and almost paw print free. I take a few steps, disrupting the nearly perfect surface with my heavy boot-clad paws. Despite Theodore's warnings, I gasp slightly as my legs sink past the knee, cold slush seeping into my jeans. live in a neighborhood like that? Yeah. I lift my head slightly, and the snowfall seems to slow for a moment as I take in my surroundings. I got, in that lingering moment, the world seems so quiet. Dampened by the hush of winter, fat flakes dance around me on the way to the ground, piling higher and higher around my submerged boots. I resist the urge to stick my tongue out like I did as a kid as I watch them descend. I truly can't remember the last time this city has been this silent. Okay, I'm just gonna say right now, I am really feeling like I'm Leo. Like, I've not even like I feel like I'm playing Edgeworth when I'm playing Ace Attorney Investigations, but I've never flipped into a protagonist's shoes this fast. What?
This is actually bringing back some memories from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
This is. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry.
The snowflakes start to accumulate on my snout, on my shoulders, on the sides of my coat, wherever they can find purchase. My snout starts to sting, yet my other senses feel so muffled. For a single precious second, the world seems to stop turning. All is silent, calm, and still. And then the wind picks up again, and the sweet, beautiful snowfall starts to blow directly into my face and eyes. Ah, frick! I hiss in pain and hike up the hood of my coat. The howling gusts tear at the fabric, trying to rip it off and ruffle unchallenged through my fur. It's like nature itself is reminding me of its preeminence. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Preeminence, yep.
I feel the weight of my cold phone in my pocket, a victim to the wrath of the storm. I think of the plane I was supposed to board, grounded by the weather, buried like the cars on the street. I feel helpless, too, taking it all in. A speck in the endless white ocean, whose tide could so easily sweep me away. I would be powerless to fight back. Then a steady paw on my shoulder pulls me out of my thoughts.
Hey, you alright?
He's nearly shouting over the sound of the wind. I turn to face him, blinking and shaking the snow off my face. The gusts wane slightly, and I manage to get a few words out. Yeah, I'm just adjusting. I mean, I was born and raised here, but I don't remember ever seeing this. I don't ever remember seeing snow like this. Theodore nods.
As long as I can remember, this is the worst it's ever been.
I believe it. The cold starts to pierce through my layers, and I can feel a creeping wetness spreading underneath my socks. Theodore seems to be surveying the area as well, but I get the feeling he isn't just taking in the scenery.
It'll be days, I think, before they can get the plows through here. It's obviously still piling up, though.
I can hear the worry creeping into his voice as he looks up and down the street. I look past him to my car, parked in the driveway, or at least what I think is my car. Only a vague shape is visible beneath the snow.
But that's for future us to worry about.
He imbues his voice with some forced cheer and starts wading through what I assume is the sidewalk.
For now, let's just get someplace warm. I'm freezing my tail off out here.
He leads the way and I follow closely behind him. We walk slowly with a wide loping gait, foot paws testing for shallow spots, doing our best not to topple over. After only a few steps, I start following Theodore's trail exactly, tired of wading through the thigh-high drifts. We walk quietly, both of us devoting most of our attention to staying upright. I really wasn't in a conversational mood anyway. For some reason, it felt wrong to talk too much out here. Winter was speaking. We could choose not to listen, but we shouldn't interrupt. After a minute or so, Theodore turns back to me and points towards a nearby house.
This one's mine.
I blink in surprise. It's huge. For some reason, I hadn't expected him to own the biggest house on the block. We walk up the partially shoveled porch steps and he fishes a keyring from his coat pocket.
I'll need to give this another shuffle tomorrow. People will be coming and going.
He turns the key and opens the door. We both hustle in and hurriedly shut it behind us, eager to escape the chill. The warmth in the living room is heavenly, courtesy of a robust heating system and merrily crackling fireplace. Oh, Wuffy's getting excited!
Oh.
I can feel my muscles. Theo, can I have your house? I would do anything to live here, honestly. Like, look at the fox towel on the wall there. That's so cool.
I didn't notice that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Theo, I want your
noticed
house.
Too. It's so cute.
I want this house.
I'd love to
Anyway.
live there.
I saw someone in the Promises to Keep Discord server is actually in the process of making this house in Minecraft. Looks really good so far.
Oh my god. Yes. Anyway.
I can feel my muscles finally begin to relax in response to the welcoming heat. I don't think I realized just how cold I had been until this moment.
We're back.
Theodore calls out as we enter the house, but I don't hear a response.
They must be busy. Oh well. You can meet them later.
He sheds his coat and holds out his paw to take mine. As I struggle to remove my snow-filled boots, I can't help but ask, how many others are here? A smile returns to Theodore's face. He seems to have no shortage of those.
Counting you, I'm expecting 5 guests in total.
He brushes the clinging clumps of snow off of our 2 coats and hangs them neatly on a nearby rack.
Some of them are still gathering those things.
Not too many, then. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I don't know if I could have handled something like a group of 10.
Please, sit down.
He gestures to a couch in front of the fire, and I readily fall into one of the seats. I resist the tempting urge to immediately curl up into the warm cushions. You and me both right now, Leo.
Yeah.
Theodore looks over me
Yeah.
again and continues.
Anything to drink? How about some warm tea, like what I'm drinking right now? I prepared the leaves myself.
I suddenly notice how wet my pant legs are, guiltily shifting them off of the couch. I think I'm good. To be honest, I kind of feel bad intruding in the first place, so...
Uh-oh.
Theodore raises an eyebrow.
Now I'm gonna stop you right there. As long as you're staying here, what's mine is yours. Mikasa Sukasa. I promise you, there is no reason at all for you to feel bad or guilty. It's not as if the power outages are your fault. And speaking of, I felt how cold it was in your house. You must still be freezing. Please, let me bring you a warm mug of tea.
Alright.
Like this thunder chamomile.
Alright, you
Chamomile
got me.
lavender.
Alright, you got me. Some hot tea sounds wonderful right now.
Excellent. I'll be back just a second. Would you like the chamomile lavender or the ginger peach?
Ginger peach. The peach tea is my favorite kind of tea, even though I don't drink it often. He turns
I'll
and
go peach.
Yeah. He turns and begins to walk through to the kitchen. Theodore? He stops in the doorway and turns. Thank you for all of this.
Oh.
It's my pleasure. Please, call me Theo.
As Theo walks off to the kitchen, I remember the dead phone weighing down in my pocket and I begin to scan the room for an outlet. The living room is pretty well kept. Much neater and more welcoming than my place, when I would still live there. Do I still live there? I wonder where I'll be after the storm settles down. I find a suitable spot near the couch and start charging my phone. I wonder if I'll have any messages, or if it'll just be updates on my canceled flight. Just automated text sent by a computer. Then I hear paw steps as Theo returns to the living room, his 2 steaming mugs and paw.
Here, it's my favorite brew. White tea with chicory root, hibiscus,
Coriander. Yeah.
and some other flavors.
That
I
sounds,
think you'll like it.
it sounds so good. I'm sorry. It does.
He
Oh,
holds
yeah.
a mug towards me as he sits, and I reach out to grab it with both paws, hungry for its warmth. Thank you. I lower my head to give the tea a sniff. It smells like tea. I guess I don't really know anything about tea. As I lean in for a sip, Theo slips out his phone out of his pocket. It tastes Floral? With hints of citrus? It's pretty good, actually. I start to give a compliment, but Theo speaks first.
You know the raptor in number 42? I've been trying to get him to join us here, but he hasn't responded to my text. Didn't answer the door when I knocked either.
It's a furry game. Yes, it is, Sparko. Welcome on in.
Yes.
Raptor? Yep. Not really. I mean, I don't have his number or anything. I trail off lamely, hiding my snout in my mug. A few seconds of silence passes as Theo continues typing.
Texting a friend of his, Artemis. He's the bird in number 60. The two of them are pretty close. He'll also be staying with us.
I nod, trying to sip my tea as quietly as possible. It felt pretty bad to admit that I didn't know my neighbors at all, especially when Theo has gone out of his way to be so kind to me.
You know, I think I'll just head over there again. This cold isn't good for you. This cold isn't good for scaly folk, and I want to make sure he's all right.
And I'll turn down the music a little bit. Yeah, how's this? How's this, Sinbad?
Just having a nice sip of tea.
Sounds good. Do you want me to tag along? Theo takes one look at me, tail wrapped around my soaking wet pant legs, clutching my mug to my chest. It's not on Steam, Sparko. It's on itch.io.
No, you still need to warm up. Just stay put, and I'll be back soon.
Yes, this game is.
Don't you worry.
This game just got updated yesterday. It's about 10 hours of content so far, so we're good. I nod immensely grateful. I was in no rush to charge back into the storm. Theo gets up and walks to the door, slipping on his coat again. Stay safe. And I like the tea. I hold up my mug and give him a smile.
Feel free to pour yourself another cup. I'll be back before you know it.
The door swings shut and I'm left alone with my tea and my thoughts. After a few more sips, I feel the comfortable heat start to seep into my core, slowly spreading throughout my body. I pull my still frozen foot paws up onto the couch and I feel off my wet socks, tucking them into a side pocket of my bag. As the minutes pass, I start subconsciously prepping for my company, my eyes fixed on the front door, waiting for it to open. I can do this. I can be normal. They'll come in through the front door any moment now. Then I hear a door shut somewhere else in the house. I nearly jump off the couch, startled before remembering the other house guests. I just hadn't expected them to be here already. I take a deep breath, my puffed up tail swishing back and forth. Oh, why am I so jumpy? I hear the gentle tap of paws coming down the flight of stairs, the sound getting louder. I sit up and prepare to meet whoever is coming, tucking my tail behind me to hide my nerves. Pika, you can do this guy. He's very energetic. You'll see. You'll get into his character pretty quickly.
So, okay. So energetic. Don't know who they are. Theo! I just got a text from Artemis saying...
Then the mystery guest comes into view.
Oh my god, you got me. Like,
Oh.
oh my god. Yes! Oh my god. He's so adorable. I love him. Oh my god.
And Wuffy is going crazy in the chat. That's Ruffy! Yes!
Oh
He stops.
my god.
He stops mid-sentence, making eye contact with me, and gasps loudly, an audible mix of shock and wonder. Yep, yep, that's Rofi. He's like one of the most... He's very much like the most popular character in this game. Like, everyone loves him.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I didn't read that. He stops mid-sentence, making eye contact with me, and gasps loudly in an audible mix of shock and wonder.
Leo?
My heart beats even faster. Those ears and fur patterns were unmistakable. It can't be. It had to be. Rofi? My heart drops. Yeah. I feel time slowed down around me. The dog freezes, eyes wide. He's clearly surprised, but I can't fully read his expression. Does he have some sort of grudge against me? Honestly, I'd understand if he did, given our history. We used to be the best of friends. Little memories flit across my mind. The vibrant colors of the tree in the town square. Rofi, the tree, and I, all changing with the seasons. The smell of the playground grass during recess, freshly mown. The long nights we would spend talking, and the quickening beat of my heart when we would play fight, especially when those fights turned into sleepy cuddles. The last chocolate bar we shared before I left. Dark chocolate, bitter, with hardly any sweet. It's been over a decade since I last saw Rofi, since my parents decided to uproot our lives and move across the country. I only broke the news to Rofi a few days before the movers made their final trip to our place, grabbing the last of our things. I just couldn't find a way to tell him without breaking his heart. Or mine. Leaving felt wrong. It felt horrible. At the time, it felt like I would never recover, and neither would he. After that terrible conversation, we spent our last few days trying to pretend nothing was wrong. We just couldn't bring ourselves to talk about it anymore. And then, just like that, I left. He couldn't even see me off. We chatted back and forth a few times, long distance. Our talks grew less and less frequent until they stopped completely. 3D printing something? Nice. He just wasn't a friend I couldn't keep over the phone. Years passed, and I forgot. Perhaps I made myself forget. That's always what I've done with painful memories. A single question settles like a lump in my throat. A childish question. A question a kid asks when they've known they've done something wrong. Are you mad at me? I open my mouth to ask it, but...
Leo, it really is you!
The bright orange dog breaks into a sprint across the room, arms outstretched. I can imagine what he's doing. I barely have time to react before he tackles me in a soft, fluffy hug. Yes, a tackle hug! Yes!
I'm tearing up just thinking about this, man.
Then we both fall back onto the couch, his momentum carrying us a bit too far. I lay there for a second, dazed. Then I feel him jump up from the couch.
Sorry, it's just been so long. You really are Leo, right? I didn't just hug some stranger?
He really hasn't changed at all. He takes a seat next to me, eyes wide but filled with energy. Still feeling from his football tackle, I find enough air in my lungs to respond. Yeah, it's me, Leo.
Wow, it really has been a while. What, like 10, 12 years?
He says this incredulously, counting on his paws. The guilt rises once again to the surface.
I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Hey Leo, you okay?
I blink a few times, unball my stiff paws, and force myself to meet his eyes. Yeah, sorry, it's just been a while, you know? I trail off, watching his face closely for a hint of sadness, a twinge of anger, anything really. But his expression doesn't really change. To an unknowing observer, it would seem we were only apart for a weekend. It has been. It's nice to see you again, really. The genuine warmth in his voice comforts me a little. Maybe he really isn't mad? I feel the same way, really. Amidst all the craziness, it's nice to see a familiar face. Knowing that we'd have to breach this topic at some point, I decided to take the leap. So, speaking of, what are you doing here? I wince a little. Not the smoothest segue. Segue, okay. But he takes my question and runs with it, like the master conversationalist I remember.
You'd never believe it.
His voice practically drips of sarcasm.
But I stayed here for all of high school, and then for college, for my... oh my gosh, let me start that over. But I stayed here for all of high school, and then for college, at the suggestion of my parents.
Oh god, Rofi's parents. Are they still... The same? Still the same? He rolls his eyes and nods.
Yes. Yes, they are.
So you're still under their thumb? Rofi puffs out his chest proudly.
Actually, I moved out, so not as much, I guess.
My eyes widen. His parents were the extremely overbearing type. They loved keeping him at the house and would always give him crap for just asking to hang out with me on the weekends. And they were okay with that? You moving out?
Well, sort of.
That didn't sound too convincing. There's no way they would just let him move out, not if they were at all the same people they were a decade ago.
They, kind of made it happen themselves, really.
I notice his tone drops slightly. I open my mouth and close it again, burning with curiosity but not wanting to pry. I decide to drop it for now and let the room go quiet.
Anyway, enough about that.
It takes him only a moment or two to perk up. He's always had the ability to lighten a conversation, and I was always jealous of that. I'm still jealous of it.
What are you doing back at this time of year? Missed me so much that you traveled through a snowstorm to see me?
I resist the urge to flinch. Best to just tell him the truth now. It will come out eventually anyway. Actually, I've been back nearly a year. And the music just stops.
A year? Sorry. Why haven't I seen you at all then?
Yeah.
I should have done the other noise before I said a year. Dang it. I ruined it.
I fold myself into myself and drop my gaze. The Tim Allen grunt that Pika made. Yeah,
that's why I said it. I should have said it before the quote. It would have been funnier, but I messed it up.
I fold a little into myself and drop my gaze, even though I can tell he's surprised, not upset. Thank God. Not sure if I could handle an upset Rofi right now. Or ever, really. Well, we just kinda lost touch after a while, and I figured we were both busy with school and work and all that, so I wasn't sure how to get in touch with you anyway. My excuses were feeble at best, but Rofi remained just as chipper as ever.
You thought about me. Oh my gosh, that voice crack. Sorry. Going through puberty again, folks. Just kidding.
I don't know, I was picturing braces and zits.
Anyway. But you thought about me at least. Phew, that's a relief. Glad I wasn't just a poor, forgotten soul. Oh, unfortunate souls. Just imagine. Little old me being lost forever in the depths of your mind.
He draws out his last words dramatically and then sticks his tongue out at me. He delivers his quips with the same energy I remember from childhood. But with all that's happened, they would take some getting used to again. And now that I verbalized it, I guess I did think about him from time to time. Honestly, more than that. Heck, I was thinking about him this morning. How could I not, given how close we'd been? I think I was putting off our meeting because I had expected it to be painful. I had expected anger or tears but we really seemed to be picking up where we left off.
Alrighty. Well, I'm surprised I haven't seen you around then. I always go on afternoon walks, and I feel like I know almost everyone who lives here.
Well, I don't get out that often. Yes, I've been getting along well with Night Wolf. In fact, they were at my set last night. Pika?
Oh, I bet. Let me guess, a grocery haul once a month?
Hey, come on! It hurts because it's true. I try to mumble something witty in response, but it falls flat.
I'm right, aren't I? I still don't understand why you choose to stay in when your parents always let you go out whenever.
Well, It becomes a lot less special when I can when you can do it anytime, you know?
Sure, but having that freedom beats being trapped in the house every weekend of your childhood.
He was right. When we were kids, he spent pretty much every weekend stuck upstairs in his room. Every Saturday, I would always try and sneak him a treat through his window. I would buy 2 of some new candy the mall was carrying, and we would walkie-talkie each other from across the street, critiquing our little snacks like we were on TV. He got really good at catching candy from his second-floor window. That was our Saturday night ritual. He'd always eat dinner extra fast so he had more time to enjoy his secret dessert with me. But now it seems like we've completely switched our house-leaving habits. How ironic. Simpler times, huh?
I don't miss them as much as you. You were probably the only thing that made it bearable back then.
I could feel my face warming up. I hadn't expected such a compliment.
Ah, you're blushing. I can't believe I can see it through your fur.
He reaches out to playfully poke my cheek, but I bat his paw away, more amused than annoyed. He sticks his tongue out at me again and then swishes his tail slowly.
I love how I'm actually, like, interacting like I'm in the novel. Like you said, sticking out his tongue, and I'm like,
Actually, that brings up a question. What kind of kid were you when you were growing up back in your hometown anyway?
Me, I've been kind of like the shy, like, non-interactive kind. Kind of a long story, but anyway.
I guess we're not. Oh, Foxy, you next.
I guess. For me, I'll make this quick. Basically, when I was up until I was about teen years, I was pretty outdoors. But once I became a teen, I was more indoors. It's a long story. Anyway, your line, Pika.
I remember when I was younger, I was a bit more outdoorsy, but when I got older, I was like, I can still go outside, but I don't know what to do out there. It's just gonna be the same town over and over again. Like, it can be really nice to go on walks in the nice, cool environment that Tennessee can have, but
yeah,
I don't really know.
Anyway,
It gets dull.
So what did you get up to once I left?
Oh, sorry to hear that, Sinbad. So what did you get up to once you left? Yeah.
What did you get up to once you left?
He always did have a talent for tonal whiplash. Guess that hasn't changed either.
That's you.
Well, nothing much. Moved to a new city, went to a new high school with new people.
I bet you were super popular. Everyone here loved you.
One look at his face told me that he wasn't being sarcastic. Are you kidding? You were always the popular one.
Oh, stop. It wasn't a contest. And I promise, we all missed you lots after you moved.
I don't believe you, but anyway. My new school is really different. Way, way bigger. Even the teachers were overwhelmed by the size of our class. I mean, I guess I made a few friends, but I never really connected with anyone there. To be honest, I was counting down the days till I could move away to college. Back then I wanted to be somewhere else. And has that changed? I pushed the thought away.
And was it better? College, I mean?
Yeah, it was. This is gonna sound cheesy, but it really helped me find myself a bit, you know? Rofi's ears perk up and his smile widens.
So, Leo, tell me, who are you?
He mimes a microphone and holds it up to my face. Well, the truth was that I realized I was queer. It's not like I really tried to keep it a secret anymore, but something about telling Rofi was giving me pause. Maybe the rush of old feelings and old fears. I clear my throat. Well, I figured out that I'm... that face! We both jump as something slams into the front door.
What was that?
Rofi leaps off the couch and speeds over to the door, leaning in to peer through the peephole.
Oh, it's just Theo and Artemis. And his friend.
The door swings open to reveal Theo, or, more accurately, Theo's arms, holding two huge boxes. Rofi and I back away from the door, letting him stumble into the house. He sets down the boxes near the coat rack and clearly out of breath.
What is all this?
As Theo catches his breath, I hear a soft, timid squeak. A scaly, crested head pops into view behind Theo's hunched form. Oh, I know who this is. Pika, you can do this character. Because Artemis is here, and I'm wanting Fen to do Artemis. Burb.
Alright.
He's very shy.
Oh, sorry. That's my stuff. I wasn't sure if bringing all of this was okay, but everyone insisted, and I figured that I would want my monitor set up here, and if I was going to be here a while, but I didn't really want to be a nuisance, and...
The flustered dino gets cut off by another voice, silky and smooth. I think that's Artemis.
Hey, relax. We already said it was alright for you to bring your things. I'm going to grab Hunter to let us... I'm going to grab Hunter to help us with these. There's no way I'm carrying them upstairs without him.
As Theo steps in and starts removing his coat, the source of the velvety voice comes into view. A bird. Some kind of blue jay was my guess, but he looks like he just came from some crazy music concert, and with only a light coat draped over his shoulders. How is he not cold in that? Both the dino and the bird are holding boxes, and the dino's mostly taken up by a massive computer monitor, and the bird's filled with miscellaneous items.
Oh, before I forget. Leo, Rofi, this is Oliver.
Theo gestures to the dino, who gives me a nervous grin. Theo then indicates the bird.
And this is Artemis.
The bird nods at me once, adjusting his box in his talons.
Rofi, I think you and Artemis know each other already.
Rofi gives Artemis a grin and a wave, and the bird responds with the slightest hint of a smile. They'll be both
staying with us as we wait out the storm.
It's nice to meet you both. Theo then excuses himself to grab the mysterious hunter, who I still have yet to meet. Rofi moves to shut the door behind us, scooping up one of the boxes and springing up the stairs after Theo.
We have gas!
Artemis lets out a comical sigh.
That dog has too much energy. One of these days, his treats will wear out.
I clear my throat quietly, gearing up once again for small talk. So, you do know Rofi then? When did you two meet? I remember him saying that he texted you earlier.
I moved here pretty recently, but I see him going for walks, and he usually invites me to join him. Typical dog behavior, I guess.
Artemis starts to make his way to the couch as he talks, and Oliver and I follow. The bird and I both sit. Oliver gently pokes at one of the cushions with a claw, testing it, then joins us in front of the fire. Yeah, that does sound like Rofi. Always looking to make friends.
By the way, you're Leo, right? The same Leo people went to school with? He's mentioned you once or twice.
Another twinge of guilt, though not as strong as before. After all, Rofi hadn't really seemed upset earlier. Yeah, that's me.
Well, nice. I'm usually garbage with names, so apologies in advance if I forget.
No worries. Can I just make sure I've got your names too, right? Right, two? I point at the blue jay. Artemis.
Yep.
And Oliver, right? The dino doesn't respond immediately. He shuffles a little in his seat, looking like he's deciding whether or not to correct me. Sorry, I'm wrong, aren't I?
No.
I can see the gears in his head turning.
But, you can just call me,
Ollie.
excuse me. But you,
I work
you
with
can
an
just call me
Ollie.
Oh my
You can
gosh.
just call me Ollie, though.
I actually work with an Ollie at work.
That's
I
kind of
have
ironic.
I have him friended on Telegram. His username is Duck.
That's funny. If you want.
And believe it or not, there is actually a Middle Eastern restaurant not too far from where I live called Ollie's. It's now under a different name though, but we still call it by its old name.
With Theodore in the room, I guess I just wanted to introduce myself properly first. Rather than start with nicknames. Is it weird that I really like how I'm voicing Ollie right now?
You're doing good.
Yeah,
You're doing great.
You're doing really good.
Yeah. Okay, I swear the two characters remind me of two OCs of my friend. Wow, cool.
Oh.
I actually like how I'm voicing Ollie. Like he's like nervous and shy, but like also kind of friendly and kind of nerdy.
I also do know a raptor, Angel. Angel the
And
he also be raptor.
Yeah.
Because, well, you know, he's our senior, right? I didn't want to lead with such a childish nickname.
The dino loses steam as he talks, and his long-winded explanation trails off in a mumble. Artemis nods his head inquisitively.
You know, he goes by Theo, right?
Does he?
Ollie seems genuinely surprised by this. He begins gnawing on a talon thoughtfully.
And he's not that much older than we are. What is he, 30-something? He's still got a few more years before assisted living.
I can't help but snort at Artemis's joke, hiding my laughter behind a paw. He gives me a small wink, amusement plain in his eyes.
Really? But he seems sad. Am I allowed to swear with it to my lines?
If it pops up, you can. I don't do it personally, but it's up to you.
I just wanted to ask. He seems to have his shit together.
Ollie mumbles, stuffing his claws deep into his hoodie pocket.
Well, I still think Ollie is a cute name. And Theo's a chill guy.
Aw, thanks.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Artemis speaks firmly, but not harshly, and Ollie nods softly in response. From the look of it, these two have known each other quite a while. Something about their dynamic feels very comfortable, very lived in. If it matters, I agree. They both look at me, Ollie in surprise and Artemis in gratitude. I'll admit, I don't know Theo that well, but I don't think he's the judgy type. He wouldn't have invited us all to stay otherwise. And I also think Ollie is a cute nickname.
Thanks.
Oh.
The conversation is suddenly interrupted by two sets of paws coming down the stairs.
Alright, everyone. Last introduction.
I'll take Hunter because each of us are doing two voices, so.
Yes.
Theo stands aside to reveal a raccoon with a warm, goofy smile. He raises his paw to wave, his t-shirt rippling over a layer of bulky, well-built muscle beneath. Yo, name's Hunter. I'm in town for winter break, but... He gestures to the window. We all know how that's going. Anyway, I heard there were boxes for me to carry. I figure he was an athlete of some sort, judging from his physique and the mention of a winter break. He looks too built to be just to be a casual gym goer, at least. Yes, I'm already liking Hunter too. I wonder.
Your voice for Hunter reminds me of Gumshoe.
I always imagined him to be Gumshoe, but I'm not giving him the full Gumshoe power that I give my Gumshoe voice. I'm gonna try over time to give him a different voice compared to Gumshoe, but I think that Gumshoe might be a good place for me to start developing my voice as I go along for him. At least unless he's what gets voiced by someone else in a future stream. I wonder what his workout routine is for him to look like that. Artemis speaks up and motions to the boxes on the floor.
We just need help with these three. The other one is mine.
Sweet, something to lift. Let me just... I watch him hoist 2 boxes up in the air effortlessly. I'll come back for the screen. Don't want to damage that. I can plainly see the relief on Ollie's face. Oh, sorry. I didn't get y'all's names.
Artemis.
Oliver.
Ollie stops mid-word, eyes flicking to Theo and back. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Artemis raise an eyebrow. And I'm Leo. Great to meet y'all. Be back in a sec. I need Hunter's workout routine like for real. Yeah. He follows Theo back upstairs. Yep. Each step he takes is as light and as careful as when he came down. It was like the boxes didn't weigh anything to him.
Did it really say sweet? Something to lift? What guy?
His tone is snarky, but not malicious.
Showing off, I guess.
Ollie chuckles nervously.
But I mean, he was nice enough to carry all my stuff I brought, so... Gosh, I really should have left most of it behind. If I had...
Ollie.
Artemis interrupts him gently.
Theo said it was fine. Remember? And you saw how excited Hunter was to have something heavy to carry. You practically did him a favor.
Ollie seems to settle slightly in his seat, his nervousness abating somewhat. Hope I said that right.
Right. Sorry.
Nope.
That gets a real laugh out of Ollie, showing off a mouth of razor-sharp teeth. The bird looks up from his phone and makes eye contact with me.
This is a little game me and Ollie play sometimes. Whenever he apologizes unnecessarily, I just say, nope.
I should do that sometime.
I should do that too. When my sister says sorry, I should just say, nope.
Anyway, it does help actually. Well, until I forget again.
Yeah, until you forget again. Don't worry. I'll keep doing it.
I hear Hunter come back down the stairs without Theo this time. Hey, Ollie, Theo wants to show you your room. I can see Ollie freeze up as he hears his nickname, but he tries his best to play it off.
Oh, coming.
I'll come too. Leo, you joining us?
I think I'll hang here a bit more. Might be nice to get a moment to myself. Artemis gives me a lazy thumbs up and rises from the couch. He stretches his wings out a bit, then bends over to grab his box.
Well, see you later then.
And just like that, the living room goes quiet again. I exhale. Remember to breathe, Leo. And settle back into the couch cushions. I hadn't really been prepared for meeting so many people in a short time, and for reconnecting with an old friend, too. Yep, a raccoon. That's Hunter.
Yeah.
I take a moment to relish the silence, knowing it will be short in supply in the coming days. Sure enough, it isn't long before more paw steps echo in the stairwell. I hear some audio coming from a phone, followed by a familiar soft giggle. Then Rofi hops off the second last step and comes into view.
Hey, Leo. What you up to?
He makes his way to the couch and plops down, laying leisurely on his back.
Ugh.
Just taking a breather. I didn't think I'd see so many new faces today.
I know, right? Isn't it so exciting?
Well, I mean, yes. But it's also exhausting. I chuckle a little and turns into a yawn. I instinctively curl into the soft couch cushions.
Okay, sleepyhead. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Okay, sleepyhead. Enjoying your peace and quiet down here?
I curl up even more, a mischievous smile spreading across my face. Sure I am. No orange dogs barking my ear off. I study him carefully, testing the waters. But to my relief, he commits to the bit, letting out an exaggerated gasp and throwing a dramatic paw over his forehead. He then gives a cute pout, accompanied by the softest set of... No, I can't! I can't with this face!
What?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my freaking god! Then he gives a cute pout, accompanied by the softest set of puppy dog eyes.
And here I was about to invite you to hang out with me until dinner.
I sit up, clearly a little interested.
I was just gonna play a video game and lie around, you know?
Just as I'm about to respond, we hear more paw steps on the stairwell. Hey, you two, just here to grab that last box. Rofi and I both wave to him.
Leo, you've met Hunter, right?
Just a few minutes ago, yeah. Hunter beds down to scoop up the cargo. Yep, we're best friends already.
That was fast. Wow, Leo, for someone who leaves the house once a month, you seem to make friends pretty quickly.
I force a smile, wincing internally. If only he knew how wrong he was. Hey, maybe they've got all the practice they need. 100% friend rate whenever they meet someone new. They both laugh, bouncing off each other's energy. The two of them together are silly, but I could see them being a bit much, too. Oh, dang. Hunter points to one last box, lying forgotten near the door. There's another monitor in that box? Hey, Leo, want to grab that for me? I don't want to carry too many fragile things at once.
And now you're stealing Leo from me? How could you?
Oh my... I can't with this puppy dog, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm already in love with this freaking game, dude.
Oh my god. He nudges me playfully.
Yeah, I told you, you were always the popular one.
You can have them back after they help us with the boxes. Well, we gotta do all our part around here, right? I can tell he's joking, but the comment still sends a jolt of guilt down my spine. Of course I'll help. Once we get settled, then I'm interrupted by Theo shouting down the stairwell.
Hunter? You get that box yet?
Oh, that's our cue. We're coming, Theo. I scurry over and grab the remaining box, surprised by its unexpected weight. Hunter then turns to Rofi, who's now making himself comfy on the couch, absorbed in his phone. Don't have too much fun by yourself now.
What? No, I'm coming too.
He sticks out his tongue at Hunter and, in record time, jumps off the couch and zips past him up the stairs. And there he goes. You know, I always said he should try out further for track. You two know each other? I feel like I'm doing a bad job keeping up here. Yeah, same college. I mean, he's graduated, obviously, but we were buds. Makes sense, they just seemed way too comfortable around each other to have just met today. I should ask them about that sometime. Anyway, we're needed at the front line. Hunter bounds upwards, humming a jaunty tune. As I start to follow, I take a moment to adjust my grip on the box, and my eyes fall on the numerous photos adorning the stairwell walls. Many of them were of, presumably, Theo's childhood. Days spent camping, playing in the yard, at the amusement park. One in particular catches my eye. Aww. 17th birthday, 2005. A teenage Theo, lankier and less tired-looking, and a tall, broad-shouldered woman, another Arctic fox, standing side by side in front of a new car. Maybe him and his mom? They look very alike in the photo. Same fluffy white fur, similar face and snout. Someone had written in neat, clipped cursive in front of them. That female Arctic fox is beautiful, I know, right? Sinbad, you're a voice actor too? We do.
Come over sometime then.
Yeah, I'll definitely reach out to you about that after stream. Someone had written in neat clipped cursive in the bottom left corner of the photo. Theo's 17th birthday, 2005. Theo was a cute kid, huh? I chuckle softly, adjusting my box again. 20 years ago, and now I feel old.
Oh no! I'm 21.
Same.
24.
Sorry, got distracted. Hey, no worries. Maybe we can ask him about some of these later. We'll have plenty of time to kill. I glance back at the photo of him and the woman. Their smiles are wide, bright, and unabashedly joyful. Come on, man. Let's not keep him waiting any longer. Sorry. I turn and follow Hunter's swinging ringtail up the stairs. At the top, we find Theo leaning against the wall, phone in paw. Still looking for others to join us? Theo looks up as we clear the top of the stairs.
Oh, yeah. I'm just making sure no one else needs anything before it goes dark.
Hunter grins. You're a good egg, Theo. I nod heartily in agreement. Yeah, it's awesome that you're looking out for so many people. We all really appreciate it.
Oh, well,
He clears his throat, his voice a little huskier than normal.
it's nothing, really. This is a big place. Might as well put it to use.
And it has everything! Wi-Fi, food, electricity. Hunter fakes a little. Oh my! That face! That he did the thing! Oh my god!
You can't do this to us. You can't.
Oh my god!
With this, man. I can't with this anymore.
Oh.
This is fantastic.
This is a.
Oh.
Hunter fakes a little shiver. Heating. Who wouldn't want to live here? I suppress a chuckle and roll my eyes at the Rofi-like performance.
Well, I'm happy you're making yourselves at home.
Hunter is competitor for Rofi. I'm like, yeah.
All of us staying in that room. Down the hall. Rofi already ran past, as I'm sure you noticed.
Right on cue, I hear his muffled of laughter. Theo leads us over and knocks gently to announce our presence.
Come in.
Theo pushes the door open. Artemis is sitting in the middle of the floor chatting with Rofi while he unpacks. Ollie, on the other hand, is scurrying around the room, holding 5 trailing cables in one hand and his phone in the other, muttering to himself.
Just gonna put this here, and this cable should go on the desk. And, oh gosh, who's texting me right now of all time?
Are we interrupting anything? Oliver, are you, finding everything you need?
Ollie doesn't reply, now engrossed in answering his phone.
He's just getting organized. As hard as that is to believe.
I'd say he moves faster than me, which, you know, it's pretty fast.
Artemis gives Rofi a look.
Yeah, I don't get the point of inviting me on walks if you're going to waste my speed the whole time.
Me and my mom be like, I'm faster than my mom.
Hey, I slow down for you sometimes.
And my mom doesn't believe me when I am going as slow as I can.
That's a big word.
Oh.
Magnanimous, I think.
How magnanimous. Am I forever in your debt?
Though I'm enjoying their banter, and I can tell Theo is too, the heavy box is starting to take a toll on my arms. I open my mouth but struggle to break into the conversation. I sneak a glance at Hunter, but predictably, he doesn't seem to be struggling in the slightest.
Anyway, that's good to hear. Just wanted to check in. Artemis, have you taken a good look around your space yet? I know it's a basement, but I promise it's actually pretty comfortable. It's perfect for me. I don't need lots of space.
My eyes dart around the room, looking for a proper space to put this thing down. I rearrange my grip and feel a jolt of pain through my wrist.
Great. It was nice of you to trade rooms with Oliver. I suppose it can get a little chilly down there.
Whoa. You never show me this kind of benevolence, Artie.
Benevolence.
Benevolence.
Anyway, I just know he'll be more comfortable up here. He can tell pretty minute, sorry. He can tell pretty minute differences in temperature. He gets anxious without windows too.
Reaching my limit, I open my mouth to say something, but at that moment I feel the box start to slip out of my paws. Before I can react,
Oh, no.
the handle slides from a neat grip grip and drops like a stone. Oh, frick!
Oh, no.
I see a flash of movement as Hunter lunges just in time. In a split-second reaction, he shifts his box into his right arm and leans into a half squat, perfectly catching the falling item from beneath.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh. Warn me next time you're about to drop an expensive piece of tech. For a terrible moment, I just stand there, feeling the stares of everyone in the room boring into me. Even Ollie snapped out of his intense focus to watch. My ears flattened tight against my head. Oh God, I'm so sorry. My voice breaks the spell, and Ollie zooms over to us, snatching the lid off the box and peering inside. He lets out a deep breath.
Don't worry about it. Nothing's broken.
Hunter, you madman! Bravo! Thank God.
Bravo, good sir.
I was just holding it fine, and then...
No, please don't apologize. No harm done, really.
Ollie smiles and meets my eyes, and incredibly, I believe him. I smile back gratefully. Yeah, no harm done. I was just messing with you. Although I hope y'all know I can't hold this pose forever.
Oh, sorry.
Ollie hops over to the desk, swiping a number of objects off onto the floor.
Ollie, I just organized the stuff you put here. You put there.
You can leave both of them on here. Oh my goodness. You can leave them both here on the desk. Thank you so much.
Hunter straightens with ease, languidly walks the 2 boxes over, and turns to Theo. Need anything else, boss?
Nope, that's it for now. Though, we'll call you in if that changes.
Always at your service. Hunter walks out to the hallway, motioning for me to follow. Hey, I'm probably gonna head back to my room and relax a little. Wanna join? Rofi gasps in mock indignation and is at my side in an instant, clutching my arm.
I knew you were trying to steal Theo from me. I said Theo, jeez. Trying to steal Leo from me?
Ah yes, Rofi's famous puppy dog eyes, as deadly as always. Whoa, easy there, I'm no thief. What the freak? What the freak?
That's like the classic anime, like, stop.
Wow.
That's so perfect.
Okay,
Good
shout
job,
out to the
Dev.
artists of this game. You
Yes.
did amazing.
Good job, Dev.
Yes.
Very good job.
Oh my gosh.
That was perfect.
We can all just hang out in my room. The more the merrier, right? But
There's this new game I want to try out, and I only have 2 controllers.
I open my mouth to ask why can't we can't just take turns, and then I realize he wants to spend more time with me alone, just the 2 of us playing video games like back in the old days.
Oh my God.
Hunter laughs and leans forward, committing to Rofi's bit. Don't be greedy, Rofi. You 2 have known each other for so long. Leo and I have to make up for lost time. The raccoon gives me a knowing look, a twinkle of amusement in his eyes. Seems like someone wants some one-on-one time with you, Leo. But for real, it's your choice. Just know my door's always open too. Rofi giggles, breaking character for a moment, before snapping back into that lethal pout.
Oh, of course. Feel free to leave poor old Rofi behind.
Okay, I have a feeling we might be making our first choice here. Those eyes used to destroy me, but now I can see his laughter behind them. I don't think he'll actually be mad if I hang out with Hunter for an hour or 2. After all, we'll have plenty of time to spend together over the next few days, or however long it takes. It really was my choice. Who should I hang out with?
Wait, I have an idea. What, can we at least do like a vote?
Pika, you know how to do polls, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, please set up a poll for my chat, please. Let's make a decision. I'm gonna save here, though. I am gonna save here just in case we want to come back and do the decision. But all right, vote up, viewers. This is the first time I'm doing a poll, so please bear with me. Which one should we do? Please vote. Oh. All right.
Working on it.
All right.
Oh, didn't work. Wait, is it this? Nope. Dang it.
Wait.
I think it's in chat settings. Then we can.
Well, we already have two. Sinbad and Wuffy both voted for Rofi.
My boy.
Yeah. So. All right.
Honestly, I kind of want to go Rofi because that face.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I can't. Yeah, we're doing Rofi. We're doing Rofi then. All right. We'll figure out polls later.
Eyes.
I can't. I'd only just started to catch up with Rofi, and I was looking forward to spending more time with him. I can't resist those eyes for long. Rofi literally jumps for joy, arms in the air and cheers.
That's so cute, just thinking about it. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my God.
heart. Oh.
Yes, I finally have someone to try this game with. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. Holy crap. My room's this way. Come on, come on.
And with that, Rofi skips off down the hall and disappears into a doorway.
I don't know why I'm frolicking, but
Skip to the loo, my darling.
Leo, sorry, Hunter. Hope you don't mind, but the raccoon's eyes are full of mirth. He doesn't seem upset at all. Hey, don't worry about it. You two go and have your fun. We're all gonna be stuck in the same house anyway, so I'm sure we'll get the chance to hang. Hit me up whenever. You gotta do me just one favor, though. Crush him at that game for me. There's nothing I'd like more.
Mad lad.
The raccoon gives me a thumbs up and starts off down the hallway. Hey, hopping from paw to paw, jumping to touch the ceiling with each movement. I approach the door where Rofi disappeared and knock on the frame.
Oh, just get in here. Didn't you see me walk in?
I was just trying to be polite.
Come on. How long have we known each other? I haven't changed that much, you know?
He didn't have time to tell me. He didn't have to tell me that. He didn't have... so far, the only difference was his height. I was always taller than him growing up, but now... Rofi waves at me from the bed, limbs splayed on top of the simple brown comforter and white pillows. The bright winter daylight shines through his window, and I take a good look around the room. In stark contrast to Ollie's room, it looks practically untouched. I just spot a handheld suitcase in the corner, neatly zipped up, a backpack lying against the wall, and a laptop charging on the desk. He didn't really bring much.
What? What? The gorgeous layout of my room got your tongue?
I'm just a bit surprised you didn't bring more stuff over.
I have everything I need, though. A bed, a desk and chair, TV, a window, a bathroom, water, and electricity? What more could you want in a living space?
I do remember him being a pretty simple dog. His old room was incredibly plain, which I found ironic for someone as bright as energetic as him.
Woof.
I'm actually not sure if that was his preference or his parents'. Either way, I guess old habits die hard.
If you're done committing on my lack of personal belongings... Oh my god, that blush was so cute. We have a video game to play.
I watch Rofi prance around the room, swapping between his backpack and suitcase. He bounds back to me and holds out 2 controllers.
Player 1 or 2?
Player 1, of course. Instinct takes over then, and we both plop ourselves down on the floor in front of the TV, just like we've done a million times before.
Oh my god, Rofi is literally me. Oh my god. Let me get some tunes going. That game better with music on.
You and me both. Same here. Most of the time.
Yeah, that's me. Anywho.
What do you listen to these days?
Hardstyle. Just kidding. You'll see.
He presses play on his music app. A soft melody accompanied by a gentle tapping beat.
Oh.
Quiet, cozy music.
I'm just settling. I'm just embracing.
Fitting. The game boots up. It's a battle royale type, but Rofi just sets it to local multiplayer so you can get a feel for the controls. We're both quiet at first, laser focused on learning the game. The silence doesn't bother me like it normally does, though. Honestly, I feel just as comfortable around him now as I did back then. Despite his crazy antics and his jolly nature, he's pretty good at creating a warm, cozy environment.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah, literally. Like, I'm feeling like every single character in this game right now. Like, these characters are already, like, just intriguing me. Like, props to you, developers.
A little thing before we continue. Don't mind the little PS5 to the right on the TV.
Yeah.
Anywho.
It looks like a hybrid of a Wii and a PS5, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks more like a combination of a PS5 and a Xbox Series S.
Huh.
Right. Anywho.
Yeah.
Well,
eventually, I break the silence first. Remember when these video game nights used to be a commodity?
For me, you mean, you got to game whenever you wanted.
What about our productive study sessions at my place?
I literally can't believe my parents never caught on.
Same here, Sinbad, like, for real. I love every single one of them. Even Leo, like, Leo is already showing, like, deep writing, even as the main protagonist. Like, wow. For such helicopter parents, they could be pretty oblivious at times. Rofi used to come over 2 or 3 times a week to study at my house. He'd usually finish his homework long before I did, and I'd always find him glued to the TV while I scrambled to catch up with him. Well, I guess they always found other excuses to ground you.
Like oh my god.
Wait, come on.
Like the Fakemon fiasco?
Wow, that brought some memories back. Fakemon trading cards were a huge thing at our elementary and middle school, but I'd forgotten all about them. Rofi used to hide all his cards in his locker before going home. It all came flooding back to me now. At some point in middle school, our friend group had each brought a mystery card pack for a group unboxing session. Most of us got common, low-value card types, typical pack filler, but Rofi ended up pulling a card worth nearly $500. We all lost our minds. For a group of preteens, $500 was unfathomable. The ironic thing was, of course, he had to keep it a secret.
Can I just say something? This is kind of freaking me out. Rofi is literally me. Because growing up, I used to collect Pokemon cards. And in school, I would do the same exact thing. What the frig? Oh my god. Devs, you're scaring me.
Yeah, there was no way he could tell his parents about the card. A couple of us offered to help him sell it, but he wouldn't part with it. That is, until his parents found out about his collection.
Aww.
He managed to sneak the rare card to me ahead of time, but the rest of his deck wasn't so lucky. They threw every single one of his cards in the trash and grounded him for weeks. Remembering his distraught face makes my blood boil.
Here, hold on a second. I got something to show you.
Rofi pauses the game and gives me a knowing grin, hopping up to grab his backpack. No way. I see him unzip a side pocket and reach into the bag. Then I hear another zipper. Secret pocket?
You know it.
I see him pull out a small card out of his bag.
No, it is not. Ta-da! In perfect condition.
He hands the case to me with a single card inside. The holographic Charizard card, looking the same as it did back in the day he pulled it. The rare Charizard!
Yes!
My god! Oh my god! Okay, we are 100% doing Rofi's route first. We are 100% doing Rofi's route first.
Oh my god.
Wow. I could feel a goofy smile start to spread across my face. For some reason, knowing that he was simply able to hang on to it just makes me so happy.
You'll never guess how much it's valued at.
You're right, I won't. How much?
Look it up.
I roll my eyes. He could just tell me, but obviously he wants to drag out the realization. Silly pup. $75,000? Rofi, that's life-changing money!
Sorry, that was perfect. He's pretty cool, right?
Cool! I mean, yeah, I guess, but that's just an insane amount of money for one card. Yeah, sure, but I mean, why haven't you sold it yet?
Don't wanna.
I would kill for an extra $75K in my pocket.
Oh.
Hey, don't get any ideas. It holds a lot of sentimental value to me, and I'm not really in the need. Yeah, and I'm not really in need of money to the point where I'd want to trade this for cash.
I guess that makes sense. I remember the happiness I felt when when I learned he still had it. Wait, I never asked. What kind of job do you have?
Well, I was a biology major, so...
Doctor?
No, I could never. I don't want to be in debt for the rest of my life. I went to PA school and became a physician's assistant. You operate under a doctor's supervision, but do a lot of the same medical things they do, sacrificing a bit of autonomy for a shorter education. It's usually 2 years post-college for PA, compared to over 8 years for doctors.
Well, sure, but I didn't think your parents would let you become anything other than a doctor.
Well, they weren't happy. They hated that I went to the PA route instead of med school.
But you just kept on trucking? Rofi nods.
Oh.
At some point, I have to live my life, you know?
Huh, I never thought I'd hear that from him. When we were kids, he was so obedient, always so frightened of what his parents would think. Maybe he has changed, in more ways than I thought.
And really, the money isn't that bad.
How much, if you don't mind me asking?
I could buy... I could buy around 2 hollow Charizard cards a year with my salary, if my math is right.
His math is always right. Okay, so he was making bank. Got it. Isn't that bad? You're probably out earning everyone on the street. He giggles.
Okay, it's a good gig. It's a good gig, I admit.
He picks up his controller again.
Mind if we get back to the game?
I mean, I had more questions, but sure. Sorry to pry.
Nah, you're good.
Rofi unpauses and the room goes quiet again. I can't help but think about what he said earlier. At some point, he just had to live his life. I wonder what adventures he went on after I left in middle school. I could spend hours catching up with him like this. Over the course of our gaming, we've shifted closer, and now I feel him start to lean against me a little. Before I know it, his head is fully on my shoulder. I don't see anything at first, though I could feel a slight blush creep across my face. Our lives are so different now, but his fur still feels so familiar. I see him glancing at me out of the corner of my eye and hear him giggle again.
Soft, right?
Huh? Yeah, it's just like I remember. Crap, he could definitely feel my face warming up.
Yeah?
Sensing weakness, Rofi starts rubbing his cheek against my shoulder, distracting me with his impressively velvety fur. I make a critical mistake and the match goes to Rofi. Hey, come on, you totally did that on purpose! Sneaky dog. I give him a playful swat and he lifts my head off my shoulder.
You said it was just like you remember. All good memories, I hope.
Most of them, yeah. We used to do this all the time.
Yeah, but we would usually be lying down.
He flips over onto his belly and looks up at me expectantly.
Like this. You gonna join me? Belly flop.
Should we do a belly flop? You know what, let's do it. I'm gonna save here again. I'm gonna save.
I'm actually curious what the other one is, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Belly
we do it?
flop.
What do you think,
flop.
Wuffy? Belly flop, let's do it. He recognized the glimmer of mischief in my eyes, but doesn't react fast enough. I flop on top of him, belly first.
This is perfect. Oof.
I left out a muffled laugh. His fur feels so soft even through his shirt.
Can I get a heads up next time?
What? We used to do this all the time as kids, too.
Yeah, but we didn't weigh the same as we did back then. Oof.
Ouch, are you calling me heavy?
Who knows? Maybe I am.
Well, if you hate it so much, I could just get off of you.
No, it's okay. You can stay where you are if you're cozy.
Speed is precious! Come on! He's precious! He's so predictable. He always enjoyed being my makeshift pillow. Every once in a while, I knead the fluff right below his neck, earning a few arfs from the dog. He clearly still loves that too. Once again, it hits me just how easily we were picking up where we left off. All thanks to him, really. Rofi could always warm up a room. He doesn't need to fill his living spaces with decorations or personal belongings. He just breathes life into a place just by being himself. My earlier worries feel so silly now. At his core, he's still Rofi. He's just figured out who he is a bit more. As we continue playing, I start to lose track of time, lost in the game, and lost in memory. Despite the circumstances, the many years we spent apart, I feel safe with Rofi. I'm so cozy. The last thing I think of before drifting off is what I have to get better at this game. To beat him the next time we hang out.
Oh.
Wow.
I slowly stir awake, music still playing, and the first thing I see is Rofi, breathing softly in his sleep. I realize that I'm still laying on top of him with my paws wrapped around his upper body. I was really using him like a pillow. He stirs a little in my arms.
I'm so warm. Wait, why am I so warm?
He blinks his eyes to open to meet mine.
Oh, so you're the culprit.
I chuckle a little and slowly shift my eyes off of him, earning a soft whine from the dog.
But I was so cozy.
Sorry, looks like we dozed off.
No kidding. I guess it's been a long day already. Well, were you cozy too? Was I a good pillow?
Yes, just like how I remember. But, sorry, I didn't mean to initiate anything without you being aware. He waves a paw dismissively, fluffy tail wagging behind him.
Oh, it's fine. I've been snuggle deprived recently. But anyway, I'm starving. Wonder what's for dinner.
Great question. I'm sure they're figuring out something downstairs. Maybe we can help.
Race you down there.
The dog zooms past me, throwing the door open and disappearing into the hallway. I'll have to catch up with him again. I run into Theo on the way downstairs.
Rotten egg.
Oh my god. I run into Theo on the way down the stairs. Rofi's still nowhere to be seen.
Oh, Leo. I'm getting your air mattress set up for now. Yep, let me check in. I'm getting your air mattress set up right now. Sorry about the wait. I meant to do it this earlier, but I just haven't had the time to think today.
If you don't mind...
If you don't mind, I think I'll get you settled in the den. You can close the doors to get some privacy when you want it.
That sounds great, Theo. Thank you.
Hey, tell you what. If you want, you can head down to the kitchen. There's snacks in the pantry and beer in the fridge. I still need to figure out what dinner will look like. So, please help yourself for now. Or if you should be down there now if you want to join him.
Before I can respond, I hear Hunter's voice from down the hallway. Yo, did someone say snacks? We hear a whirr of excitement and the sound of a fridge door closing. Sounds like someone got into the stash already.
Not me.
Starry-eyed Rofi appears at the foot of the stairwell, canned drinks in one arm and an assortment of colorful chip bags in the other.
Theo, you didn't tell me you had all these cool flavors of soda and chips. I can't pick.
His puppy eyes come out again. Theo sighs, but he can't hold back a small smile.
Well, feel free to try them all. I've been having trouble getting through with my hoard of junk food anyway.
Rofi's tail starts wagging faster, if that was even possible. Whoa, really? There's no way you can finish these by yourself. I can tell Hunter wants in on the snacks too.
I'm sure there's more than enough for all of you. Why don't you guys hang out a little bit more while I figure out dinner?
Thank you, Theo. I love you.
Rofi, so precious.
Oh, please! I want to see fan art of Rofi. Please.
There's plenty. There's plenty.
I'm gonna cry. Rofi.
Yep.
Rofi is me. I'm tearing up. This is so good.
Yeah. Rofi bounds up the stairs in a flash. Sweet. Thanks, Theo. Hunter does a two-fingered salute to Theo before hopping up the stairs after Rofi.
Peace sign. That's cool.
Though Theo shakes his head, his smile and swishing tail reveal he's quite pleased with Rofi and Hunter's indulgence. He turns to face me again.
Not going to join them, Leo?
Nah, I think I'll hang out in the kitchen and wait for dinner. I don't really want to lose to fight for those two for snacks anyway. I have a sneaking suspicion I'd lose.
You say so. I'll go fetch your air mattress and get it set up. I'll just be a minute.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks, Theo.
My pleasure.
We pass one another and I head off to the kitchen, breathing a quiet sigh of relief. Normally I'd be anxious in a situation like this, depending on his generosity, meeting new people in an unfamiliar place. But Theo, something about him puts me at ease. Maybe it's the sense that he really doesn't expect anything in return. From the way he talks, he makes it sound like I'm doing him a favor by staying here. The kitchen is spacious but comfortable, lived in but not cluttered or claustrophobic. My eyes are immediately drawn to the big windows, looking out into the small backyard space. Well, they would be showing off in the backyard if the snow and ice hadn't been rendered them almost fully opaque. I settled down at the big kitchen table and watched the weather try to get in, frosty fingers sliding down the fragile panes of glass. It isn't long before Theo comes back with two folding chairs and starts to set them up. As I watch him work, I absent-mindedly rub the old table's surface, my paw pads finding curves and divots impressed into the wood. I trace the path of what feels like a cursive letter T, then an H. Peering more closely, I see the telltale marks of many words crisscrossing, folding over one another across the matte surface.
Yeah, those are what I think they are.
He cracks open a beer as he talks.
This is my aunt's house. I used to come here growing up and do my homework at the table. I would always press down really hard when doing cursive, and that light up the surface of the paper.
And my mind drifts back to the photo in the stairwell. Theo and an older Arctic fox. He sits down in a seat across from me, and the old wooden chair produces a loud creak.
But centuries ago, of course. I understand kids these days aren't even learning cursive anymore.
Kids these days?
Oh! That has to be true.
He's kidding, right? Theo's eyes twinkle mischievously, clearly watching me for a reaction. Hey, I still had to learn it. It turned out to be useless, of course, but I bet I just spent as much time on it as you did.
And a fat lot of good did.
Yeah.
And a fat lot of. Hold on. And a fat lot of good it did us. I always thought it was a waste of time, too.
I'm gonna say right now, I actually write in cursive primarily. I actually enjoyed cursive. Cursive's awesome.
I do cursive whenever I have to sign a check or whenever I'm doing
that. Yeah.
Doing some signing stuff.
Yeah. Theo
Like,
snaps his
what's
finger.
breakfast?
Theo snaps his fingers and stands again.
Alright, dinner. Can't expect everyone to be happy with just soda and chips. Let's see.
He starts rummaging through the fridge and the cupboards.
I hope simple food is okay with you. I'm decent in the kitchen, but...
At that moment, Artemis walks carefully through the doorway, 3 paper bags balanced precariously in his grip. He has the juggling skills of an experienced waiter.
What's all this? Some groceries from my place. No point in letting it all rot.
Wow.
Oh,
Artemis.
Right,
Perfect
yeah.
timing.
Wherever you can find room for the fridge.
Artemis nods at me in greeting, then begins rummaging around in the bags. Green vegetables, fresh herbs, a bag of apples.
Good timing, too. I was just trying to prep dinner.
Artemis shakes his head, his sharp eyes flitting around the kitchen.
No, I expect you to let me cook tonight. Right, Theo. It's the least I could do to repay you.
Theo blinks, somewhat taken aback. For a moment, he seems about to object. Then he breaks into a warm smile. I was waiting for that!
Wait, what?
She said objection.
Oh. Hold it!
Then he breaks into a warm smile and settles back into his chair with another creak.
That's an offer I'll gladly accept. To be honest, cooking for 6 was one thing I was worried about. I make a mean dinner for 1, but anything past that...
He chuckles softly, shaking his head.
Where do you keep your spices?
The bird pulls out a couple containers out of the bag. Garlic powder, paprika, pepper, and a few others that I didn't recognize. I feel a pang of guilt at the sight. If I hadn't been ready to leave town, I'd have some food to contribute to. Just as Theo starts to answer, Hunter strides into the kitchen, an open chip bag in one paw and phone in the other. He walks up to me and holds out both. Here, Leo, put your number in. I'm starting a group chat. Also, have a chip if you want. Oh, sure, no problem. As I'm typing in my number, he turns to Theo and rattles the bag. These things are amazing, Theo. You gotta tell me where you get them sometime. Theo gives him a thumbs up and takes another swig of his beer. I hand Hunter back his phone, and I'm honestly not sure how much your group chat will get used, but whatever. You too as well.
I mean, we'll all be stuck in the same house. Do we really need a group chat?
Why not? Just in case. Here, Theo. As soon as Theo finishes, Hunter plucks the phone out of his paw and walks it over to Artemis. Come on, please. Artemis takes the phone after a long moment of Hunter waving it in his face.
Just please don't message it without a good reason. I hate getting tons of notifications.
Yeah, I hear ya. Anyway, let me go find Ollie. He marches out of the room at a considerable clip. Does he always move this fast? He could give Rofi a run for his money. Yeah. Not 30 seconds later, all of our phones buzz. Artemis lets out a theatrical sigh.
What did I just say?
Theo and I laugh in unison. The bird shakes his head disapprovingly and resumes rifling around in the fridge. Hey, Artemis, I could give you a hand if you want. I realize 6 is a lot of people to cook for. He regards me for a split second, then shakes his head.
It's really no problem. I like to cook. You can just sit and... I like to cook too! That's the thing!
Okay.
I also like to cook!
Already another choice. Save. Alright, who should we go with? Say Artemis. Chat, you type in too. Who you want? Artemis or Theo?
You choose.
Alright. You two as well. Pika and Fen, give me your choice. I vote Artemis.
I'm gonna go Artemis.
I'm going Artemis.
What did everybody say?
Wuffy's thinking. Artemis, yeah, okay. Cook some... Alright, Bluebell, that's another... Okay, Artemis it is.
Alright, let's go. Alright.
No, really, I insist. I'm no world-class chef, but I've cooked a thing or two in my time. I wince as soon as the words leave my mouth, bracing for a quip from Theo.
In your time? How old does that make me then?
Feeling a little more comfortable, I fire back. Yes, we know, Theo. You're ancient. Oh my gosh, Leo!
Wow.
Theo shoots me a look of mock indignation.
Well, it sounds like you two youngsters have this sorted then.
He stifles a yawn with one paw, scratching the back of his neck with the other. He stands to stretch, his sweater rippling nicely over his broad shoulders.
I think that's my cue to tend to my greenery. A fitting job for
Geriatric.
Oh, geriatric. A fitting job for a geriatric old fox like me.
Greenery? Artemis, Beak still in the fridge, replies.
He's talking about the houseplants. They really liven the place up, especially during winter.
My eyes shift to the conspicuous plant on a nearby side table. Oh, right, of course. Artemis sticks his head back out of the fridge for a moment.
I've never had much of a green thumb myself, but I know they look well cared for.
I swear I could see the slightest tint of pink on Theo's cheeks, clearly not expecting the compliment.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, I'll let you two cook in peace now, you old whippersnappers.
Don't bring out the old bag! Ah! As Theo leaves the kitchen.
Somebody mentioned my name.
No, old bag. You belong in Ace Attorney, not this. Anyways, as Theo leaves the kitchen.
I my entity.
As Theo leaves the kitchen, beer in paw, I direct my gaze back to Artemis, who is already peeling carrots at lightning speed. Hold on, wait. I'm supposed to be helping.
Well, you and the old man seemed occupied. I'm not complaining. It's good of you to respect your elders. Here.
The J hands me a large pot.
Pour some water, will you?
Ah, something I could do well. Thank God. Of course. What is it for? Artemis turns to reply, already finished with the carrots.
A potato puree. If you want, you can start peeling them too.
Puree? You mean like mashed potatoes? He grins at me as he starts peeling the potatoes. My first Artemis smile, directed only at me. Sardonic,
Yeah,
sure. Teasing.
I really want to say something really quick. It's just this. Hey Leo, I need you to peel some potatoes for me real quick. Just start with one to see how you do.
Yeah. Sardonic, sure. Teasing, yes. Handsome? Absolutely. Shh.
Sure, but let's call it something fancy. It'll taste better that way.
If his speed in the kitchen is in any indication, it seems like Artemis's cooking experience far surpasses my own. I nod and begin filling the pot with water from the sink. As I start to move it over to the stove, I feel the bird's sharp gaze over my shoulder. Is this enough?
Nah, a little more. The water has to cover all the potatoes while they're boiling.
I top off the pot a little more, then move it to turn on to the stove. After some fiddling with the knobs, the stove light turns on, and I move back to the counter to start peeling the potatoes. I do my best, but it's admittedly been a while, and the potato peeler keeps slipping.
Nincompoop. A waste from this peel will that has food for a week. If anybody gets that reference, please say it in the chat.
I don't get it.
I don't.
Decent, but try to do it like this.
He holds out his talons for the peeler and I hand it to him. I watch in awe as he picks up one of the largest, lumpiest potatoes and obliterates it in just a few smooth strokes.
See? Faster, right?
He picks up another large one and strips it all in no time at all. Maybe there's something else I can help you with?
He's jealous.
Maybe. Here.
To my surprise, the bird grabs a bowl of sauce and gives it a few good mixes with a wooden spoon, then holds it out in front of me.
Give this a taste. Let me know if it sucks.
What is it?
It's a spicy honey glaze. It'll go with the carrots after they roast in the oven.
I lean in to lick the spoon, feeling a little shy. It's delicious. It's hard to explain, but it definitely tastes more complex than just some spicy honey. There are so many herbs that I can't pick out in the mixture, but they come together in a perfect blend of savory, sweet, spicy goodness. Artemis, this is amazing! He shrugs and grabs another spoon to taste it himself. His face scrunches in thought for a long moment.
Nah, it sucks.
He grabs 2 containers from the spice rack and shakes it a little bit of it into each bowl.
Needs more salt and chili powder. I do this a lot! I am Artemis then!
Oh
because I also cook!
I think we just found our perfect game.
Yeah!
Yes!
And I'm really fitting in the Leo's, like, I don't know, like, what? Debs, if you're watching this, bra freaking vo! Okay.
Yes!
Mad props to you, ladies and gents.
Yeah, if
Holy
there is
crap.
a wolf, where's the wolf at? There's no wolf, I just realized. Closest thing is Rofi though, because Rofi's a dog. But
Close enough.
yeah. But
Anyways.
yeah, he goes in for another taste and nods to himself this time.
A lot better. See?
He holds out another spoon out for me. Does this even count as helping? I taste this version of the sauce, and it's somehow even better. The spice is more distinct, but it doesn't overpower the sweet tones from the honey. Well, yes, but I like the first one too. In a flash, Artemis sets down the bowl, grabs the potatoes he prepared, and moves to the stove.
The changes are subtle, but they'll make a difference in the final dish. Also,
When he turns back to me, the sarcastic smile is back. Uh-oh.
Chef, any idea why the water isn't boiling?
My God.
I step over to the stove. I swear I turned it on. I could definitely feel the heat from the stove, but the water was far from boiling. In fact, it was just sitting there. Then I look over the switches and realize, oh, I'm an idiot. I turned on the wrong burner. Sorry, Artemis. I quickly turn a few more knobs to remedy my mistake. How on earth did I manage to screw up boiling water? My
Here,
God!
let me.
Oh my God.
I think my sister sometimes does the same mistake. I'm calling you back, Ray.
Oh my
Turning
God.
turning the wrong burner on.
Oh my God. This game.
This
is-
game!
It'll call you out while the stream is going on.
I'm sorry, but this is
Fuck
the
you. I'm gonna
most
draw you.
perfect game.
No swearing in stream. F you. I'm gonna draw your troll pregnant. For God's sake. Anyway,
Oh my God!
here, let me.
Sinbad is having some good reactions as well. I would have laughed at such a mistake too and facepalmed at that.
Also, my sister's been getting in a Homestuck mood.
He flips the knobs back to their original orientation, then moves up to the pot to the already hot burner, dropping the potatoes in gently and covering the pot.
Fine. Boiling water can be pretty complicated for the uninitiated.
Yeah.
For the uninitiated. And really, don't worry. I'm just giving you a hard time.
He chuckles to himself as he takes a large container out of the fridge.
I've been known to do that myself, every once in a while.
Artemis being anything less than flawless in the kitchen was hard to imagine, truthfully, but that made me feel a little less stupid.
Anyway, I'm going to start preparing the sea bass. The sea bass. Sea bass?
The base.
I can't. Okay, let's try again. Anyway, I'm going to start preparing the sea bass. If you want to grab the salad mix out of the fridge and the dough for the breadsticks, we could get started on those too.
Sea bass, breadsticks. I didn't realize what he was making a 3-course meal. Sure thing.
Called it a base.
I mean, it makes sense because he's making food for like 6 people. So.
And maybe he's saying bass like as in bass guitar. 'Cause Yeah,
was
he
actually
seems
thinking of
he seems like a
drop the
music
bass.
junkie, so
I was thinking of
Anyways.
drop the bass, like
Yeah.
a dum-dum.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I open the
back
fridge and find the salad mix and dough without too much difficulty. I place the bag of salad on the counter and start reading the instructions on the dough can. Wow, like Sinbad says that Artemis is literally like one of the OCs that he knows. So, yeah.
Which OC?
Lanius Risewall. I hope I said the name right, by the way.
Oh, shame about the canned dough. I usually make them fresh.
Hold on, wait, you're throwing... Okay, good. Okay, wait, hold on, wait, you're throwing this entire meal together for us with multiple courses in a snowstorm and you're worried about some dough?
No excuse for bad
That's what-
food.
I
They
mean, I
was better-
guess he's
It
complaining
tastes
about
better
making
when I
some
make them
dough.
fresh. I actually make fresh pizza dough whenever I have the chance. I have the right kind of flour for that.
Can I just say how scary it is that this game is perfect? This game is perfect. It's scary how good this game and how perfect this game is.
I had my expectations for this game. I did not think that this... I'm
I did not
speechless!
think I would relate. I did not think I would relate to these characters in like
Same.
mere seconds.
And we haven't even gotten to the point where we go on the character routes yet, I think. We're already on... Well, yes, I'm sure, but you're already doing so much. I gesture to the organized chaos on the kitchen counters. We're lucky to have you cooking for us, Artemis, and I promise you, no one is going to complain that the dough wasn't homemade. His gaze flits over to the oven again and lingers for a long moment. Finally, he nods, as if making some internal decision.
Fair enough. I can't be blamed for others' bad taste.
Whoever this red bird is, you would so get along with my mom when cooking wise.
I
Alphen.
am Fenrez!
Yep.
I'll make you some good ones. Sometime. From scratch.
I would love that. As I preheat the oven and start preparing the breadsticks, my thoughts catch up with me.
Oh no.
All of this was happening so fast. Less than 24 hours ago, I was on my way out of this place. I was excited to file onto a plane and leave this frozen city behind. Less than 24 hours ago, I was gearing up for another quiet night alone in my dusty apartment, just me, my phone, and my endless roiling thoughts. And now I have future plans to bake with Artemis, and Rofi and I still have so much more to catch up on. I'm sure that dog will force me to accompany him for a walk when the weather clears up. Not that I'd mind, of course. It seemed almost surreal.
Beep.
I am brought back to reality by the oven beeping, ready for the bread. Bread!
Get this bread.
Bread!
Bread.
You are cooking now. You're cooking right now, Leo. Now's not the time to space out. I'm gonna toss these in the oven. Do you need anything else? I look over at Artemis and wait, how long was I daydreaming for? He already has 10 sea bass fillets scored, seasoned, and laying on a baking pan next to the oven, and is carefully placing carrots in a heated pan to saute them. This is so much food! Where was he keeping it all? Why did he have all of this ready?
The sea bass is ready to bake, and the carrots will be ready for glazing soon.
Leo, get your head in the game. I quickly place the breadsticks in the oven, and Artemis follows with the sea bass and some other container? What's the mystery pan?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a sweet treat for us after dinner.
He really was making a 3-course meal. I could make the salad pretty quickly.
That's me.
No, sorry.
I can make the salad pretty quickly if you want to take a break.
Yeah. Speaking of bread, my cat is loafing right now. Yes! Cat loaf!
Cat loaf!
Cat loaf.
Take a break? I feel like I've been barely done anything. Artemis blinks at me, taking a moment to look me in the eye.
You did the breadsticks and the water, mostly, and you kept me company.
And you did 200 other things. That gets another smile out of him.
Aww.
Okay, Okay, fine. You can mash the potatoes then.
Finally, something I couldn't mess up. At least, probably not. Artemis strains the potatoes in the pot and tosses them back in, lowering the heat. He drizzles in a little cream, tosses in a knob of butter, and sprinkles a variety of spices into the pot. Then, he hands me the potato masher.
Have at it, chef. Really fuck them up.
I have at it, getting the potatoes smooth and creamy as they blend in with the other ingredients in the pot. Artemis makes a salad in record speed while tasting and spoon-feeding me little bits of the mash every few minutes, adjusting the seasoning as necessary. The oven alarm goes off again, indicating the breadsticks were done.
The first course is ready. The bass and the dessert will take a bit longer. I can't finish up. I still have to glaze the carrots and clean up.
At that moment, Theo walks back into the kitchen, black nose twitching as he takes in the delicious smell of dinner.
Ooh, smells good in here. Did y'all make a 3-course meal or something?
Artemis
Yes.
did.
With your help, of course.
I was also in the room, yes.
Well, I'm excited to eat you. Oh, I'm excited to eat you two. And if I heard you correctly, Artemis, I won't allow it. You cooked, so I'll do the cleaning. That's only fair.
Artemis doesn't put up too much of a fight.
Hey, no complaints here. Anyway, the food's pretty much ready. Theo, would you help me set the table?
He considers for a moment.
I suppose we don't all have to eat at the same place in the same time, but it would be nice.
Yep, that's right, Sinbad.
Well, this is my house, and I say we do have to.
Theo says playfully, a twinkle in his eye.
At least for the first night. Help us all settle in with each other.
Artemis nods in response.
Hey. I would agree there.
Yep.
Leo, would you mind fetching the others for dinner?
Sure.
If you have trouble with Ollie, just come get me. I'll extract him from his room, from his resting chambers. He's probably built quite the nest egg already.
Gotcha. I head up the stairs towards Ollie's room. I find the door open and peek in to see Ollie still fussing with cables. Still? It's been hours. Just how much stuff did he bring? I knock softly on the doorframe, and the studious dino jumps in surprise.
Oh, oh, Leo, it's you. Sorry, I was just, rearranging some things here. Can I help you?
You're fine. I didn't mean to startle you. Artemis is done making dinner and sent me to collect everybody.
Oh, Artemis made dinner already?
Ollie lets out a bark of laughter, high and clear.
Just a few hours in the door and already taken over the kitchen. Isn't it a bit early to...
He checks his phone and his eyebrows shoot up.
Oh wow, I didn't realize it was so late already. Guess I've been fiddling around up here for a while.
He looks around at the mess of electronics and wires and seems to remember his shyness.
Sorry about the mess. And I know I made a scene or made you and others carry all my stuff and...
Demeanor totally changed and the apologies start pouring out of him. I hold up my paws to cut him off. Hey, whoa, it's okay. I didn't mind at all. I should be apologizing. I almost dropped that one box.
No, it's my fault, really. I should have carried it myself.
We both laugh a bit awkwardly at our mutual apology standoff. Well, regardless of whose fault it is, I like what I've seen of your setup so far. Any chance you'd like to let me take a closer look once it's all properly assembled? Ollie brightens immediately.
Absolutely. I should be done by tonight. That is, if you don't have plans already.
My stomach chooses that moment to growl loudly. Apparently, I'm focused on dinner first. Ollie's stomach responds and his cheeks go red.
Sorry. Me too. I forgot I hadn't eaten anything today.
I blink in alarm. Nothing at all? Since this morning? You're going downstairs to eat some dinner, right now. I remember with a pang of irony that I also hadn't eaten anything today. Well, Ollie doesn't need to know that. I have to collect Rofi and Hunter, but I'll see you in the kitchen.
Okay. The only thing is, I have to finish up a few things in here first, or I'll never know where I left off. I'll be down soon, I promise.
Okay, you'd better. See ya. I leave Ollie to his work and walk down the hall to Rofi's room. I hear the sound of video games and voices before I even reach the open door. Guess they're both here. The two of them are sprawled in front of the TV. Rofi hunched over his controller and Hunter spread out flat on his belly, foot paws kicking in the air. Looks like they're playing a racing game. A devious smile spreading across my face. I called loudly from the doorway. Don't mess up! Rofi yelps and jumps, clearing an impressive height. A cart flies right off the map into the abyss.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, it has to be Mario Kart.
We should do a Mario Kart stream.
I don't have I don't have a Switch, and I don't have a Wii capture card for Mario Kart Wii.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's, you know, emulation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Theo, that's not fair. No, that doesn't count.
Hunter bursts into raucous, I think that's raucous laughter as he crosses the finish line and triumphant music plays. I dodge a hastily thrown pillow, holding a giggle back to myself. It's dinner time, you guys. Artemis made food for all of us. Oh, sick. The raccoon pulls himself off the floor and discards his controller.
What did he make?
A whole 3-course meal. You'll see when you get down there. Well, what are we standing around for?
Let's go!
We make another stop at Ollie's room to remind him about dinner. And then all 4 of us start heading to the kitchen, following our noses and growling stomachs, enjoying the smell wafting from the house, through the house. Yes, Rofi's a puppy. Too precious. Yes, this game is so precious. We have a keyboard today. Yeah. The cavalry has arrived. Artemis looks up from the stove, scans down the line until he sees Ollie, then nods at me, a silent thank you.
Oh, sorry. There you all are.
Perfect
timing. The main course is ready.
Main course.
Here, line up with these plates, and I'll serve you.
Plate by plate, Artemis creates gorgeous-looking dishes for everyone, and before long, all 6 of us are sitting around the kitchen table, digging in.
Artemis, this is delicious.
It's decent, but I'll do better tomorrow night.
Artemis looks pointedly at Theo.
You'll let me cook tomorrow too, right?
Theo laughs, covering his mouth with a paw, and waits to finish chewing.
Artemis, you're free to come make dinner for me whenever you like. Easy there, Grandpa. That wasn't an open invitation.
I take a moment to look around the table at my new housemates. I can basically see the stars in Rofi's eyes as he shovels down his food. As I expected, he still eats like a maniac. Hunter, however, is giving him a serious run for his money. The 2 of them create an honestly hilarious tableau, both so intense and focused on their dinner. I let out a giggle as the raccoon stuffs a particularly large piece of fish into his mouth.
Oh god.
Hey, what are you laughing at, Leo? Nothing, it's just fun to watch you 2 eat.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to also send a message. I'm sorry. Hey, agreed. You haven't gotten anywhere to be, you know? Take your time. Savor it.
Rofi and Hunter shake their heads in unison and return to their serious work. Looking over at Ollie, I could see that he's also enamored, but in a different way. The dino's eyes are soft and thoughtful, his lip curled into a slight smile as he takes small, deliberate bites. I know his expression well. If he were a cat, he'd be purring loudly right now. I get it. At the moment, I'm struggling to hold back my own purrs. Theo seems ecstatic, but in his usual quiet way. I get the feeling he's enjoying the company more than the food. Despite his cool veneer, Artemis's eyes are flicking around the table, clearly gauging everyone's reactions. I purposely reach out and take another breadstick, looking right at him the whole time. He rolls his eyes at me, but I get a smile anyway. I take a comically large bite. The dough is soft on top and lightly crispy on the bottom, a perfect accompaniment to the rest of the meal. Dinner progresses with little talking, all of us firmly occupied with our own plates. As things start to wind down, Artemis sets down his fork and stands.
Y'all better have room for dessert. I didn't slave away over a hot stove, but my work to go unappreciated.
Dessert?
I have never seen someone so excited in my life. Artemis gets up and makes his way to the oven. He swings the door open carefully, and we're all greeted by the warm scents of cinnamon and vanilla.
Cinnamon rolls? Oh my god, please.
I can practically feel the table vibrate with anticipation as Artemis extracts the dish and brings it to us. He sets it down, but before anyone moves, he speaks up.
Hold on now. Don't get any ideas. I have to grab the glaze first.
None of us had noticed the small pot simmering on the stove. He uncovers it, brings it over, and starts drizzling the sticky glaze over the dessert. Then he sets the pot down and starts dividing the dessert into slices. A thump sound breaks the silence as we look over to Rofi, whose tail is beating against his seat in anticipation. The table breaks out in laughter, minus Rofi, still laser focused on Artemis's movements. The bird smiles and generously gives him the first plate.
So, we have a pretty simple bread pudding for dessert, topped with a sweet bourbon drizzle. I don't do desserts super often, but I hope this is decent.
Artemis's introduction is interrupted by a gasp from Rofi.
This is so yummy!
Seems like you have your verdict, Artemis. Let's see before it gets cold.
Some light chatter happens during dessert, but everyone is mostly focused on the sugary goodness that Artemis put together. It really is the perfect ending to a satisfying meal. After a few more minutes of conversation, folks start to peel off. Theo gets up first to collect everyone's plates, firmly shooing Artemis away when he inevitably tries to help. The Blue Jay is next to the bale, Ollie trailing close behind him, both of them engrossed in their phones. Hunter lets out a yawn and does a huge full-body stretch, filling what seems like most of the kitchen with his arms. Think I might go lie down. Hunter nudges Rofi gently, but it looks like he's already fallen asleep in his chair, a soft, content smile on his puppy face.
Oh my god, I thought Rofi fell asleep. Huh?
I'm heading upstairs. You coming? Rofi nods drowsily and gets back up, playfully leaning on Hunter as they leave the table. Hunter calls back to the kitchen. Have a good night, y'all. Oh. Rofi is so cute. Yeah, I know. Both Theo and I call back to him, sending him and Rofi off. Then Theo turns to me.
You done with your plate, Leo?
Oh yeah, I think so. Do you want help with the dishes?
Nope, not at all. I like doing them. Gives me time to think. You're free to entertain yourself however you wish. I'm giving you the rest of the night off.
Theo chuckles at his own joke as he starts loading plates eats into the dishwasher. I stand up slowly, feeling warm and pleasantly full. Outside, the wind howls and beats at the windows. The snow still hasn't stopped. I wasn't quite ready for bed, but it seems like Rofi and Hunter were both calling it a night, and that left Artemis and Ollie? I wonder what each of them is up to. Who should I spend time with? Alright. Who should we do it? Ollie or Artemis?
Oh,
try
man.
Ollie,
I
alright.
actually have no choice.
Ollie. Sinbad wants Ollie.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll.
All right, Fen.
Yeah, I'm going for Ollie.
All right, anyone else in chat? Put your vote in. And oh yeah, I should probably save. There we go. Yeah, Wuffy, if you're still in chat, I want your vote. Seems like majority is going to be Ollie though. Yes, Ollie. All right, Ollie it is. I do want to see like, Artemis. I'm actually liking like I think Rofi and Artemis definitely are. We're definitely getting to know a lot of these people.
Mhm.
Oh, this is exactly going like my playthrough. Aw, okay. I decide I'm due to spend some time with Ollie, and as I enter the living room, I run into him. He's standing in the middle of the room, lost in his phone, not quite blocking the path, but not out of the way either. Must be really absorbed in something. Hey, I try my best not to startle him, but fail anyway.
Oh. I'm sorry, I'm totally in your way. Here, let me move.
No, you're good. I wanted to talk to you, actually. What are you up to?
Nothing really. I'm just scrolling.
I know what you mean, yeah. Hey, do you have any plans for tonight? Ollie fiddles with his phone, spinning it between his claws so fast I'm afraid he'll drop it.
Well, no. That was sort of what I was thinking about.
Oh, did you want to show me your desktop setup like we were talking about earlier? The dino flushes a little, his eyes wandering the room. The twirling phone starts to spin faster.
Well, yes, I do, but there were a lot of things to do, and I got a little sidetracked.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll do that tomorrow, or whenever, no pressure. Ollie makes eye contact then. He stops spinning his phone and, like clockwork, begins to shuffle his feet. I still
have my laptop. I still have my laptop, though. Could watch something?
My
one of my favorite YouTube channels. Sorry. Okay. One of my favorite YouTube channels always updates today, and I was gonna watch the new episode. So if you were interested in that, then...
And that episode happens to be one of the Ace Attorney streams.
The words spill out of his mouth in a jumble, almost as if he's afraid he won't get them out in time. Sure, that sounds fun. My phone buzzes in my pocket and a thought occurs to me. As long as you don't mind if I answer some messages during. Now that news has spread about the storm, I should probably let people know that I'm okay. Unless all those notifications were just from Rofi and Hunter blowing up the group chat.
No, that's totally fine. I always do other stuff too. So it's just kind of on in the background a bit. I promise it's funny. I really like the hosts.
Lead the way then.
And he also is a DJ.
Nice. Oh, right. Sorry.
He leads me up the stairs and down the path, that left path to his room, hesitating for a moment at the door.
Sorry again about the mess.
Nope.
Ollie opens the door and heads in first, kicking aside discarded clothes on his way to the bed. I follow, getting a closer look at the room now that he's had more time to set it up. The guest bed is in significant disarray, with most of its expanse taken up by the largest laptop I've ever seen. I can see the famous desktop sitting under a nearby table with 3 expensive, and no doubt expensive, monitors crowding the surface. A thicket of different colored cables cover the remaining space, their disconnected ends gathered in a pile on the floor. That tracks. Ollie would have bad cable management, as do I. My cables are always a mess.
I'll finish setting it up tomorrow, and we can see it then. But is it cool if we use my laptop for tonight?
Yeah, of course. I don't mind.
Okay, thanks.
Ollie scoots the computer over long enough to sit down and open it up.
You should be able to see from here.
He pats the empty space next to him with a claw, excitement plain in his demeanor. I plop myself down onto the comfortable bed, slide up to the headboard so I can see the screen. My eyes widen involuntarily at the sight. My computer desktop could get a little cluttered, but Ollie's looks like a 52 pickup game at the scene of a car crash. He doesn't even seem to notice it, however. His practiced claws pick up the needles out of the haystack, and in seconds the video's open and the theme is playing.
Hey,
Foxy, real quick, I've seen your desktop, and you have a lot of tabs.
Yeah.
Can you explain to the audience what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have way too many tabs open in my browser at any given time. Usually because I have sections for them and I just forget to close them. Anyway.
You do need to clear your cache later.
Yeah. I think I do need to do that though, because sometimes whenever I'm watching YouTube on Opera GX, it crashes on me, so.
Yep.
Hey, do you mind if I open some other windows too? Normally I'd have 3 monitors to work with, but...
He gestures to the tech pile on the nearby desk. Fine with me. I watch with the growing awe as he arranges 2 other browser windows with their own muted videos playing what looks like a turn-based RPG, which he leaves running in the background and finally fishes his phone out of the pocket to boot up some sort of card game. Suddenly, I feel very old and very slow.
Is the volume high enough for you?
What? I realized I hadn't even paying attention to the video at all. From its spot in the top right corner of the screen, it looks like someone is drawing something. Some kind of art show? Yes, it's fine. So, what's the prompt?
Didn't you hear the intro?
My eyes drift back over the RPG as it plays itself, bright characters with shining weapons dashing across the screen to slay enemies. No, actually, sorry. Ollie laughs, a high-pitched, sparkling sound, worlds different from his usual muted voice. He turns to me with a huge, toothy smile.
That's okay, I'll start it over.
Yeah, he is a multitasker. Even better than me, in fact. I'm not sure how much that will help. There's so much going on that it's really hard for me to focus on anything. But I nod anyway. It felt nice to make Ollie laugh, I realized. Nice to see him start to open up like this. Even if I have the work to keep up with him. I guess I could ask him to explain some of the stuff. He might enjoy talking about it. Do you mind telling me more about this YouTube channel?
Sure. They're professional artists, and they take prompts from viewers to draw certain things. And the kinds of prompts they take vary wildly, too. Like, this week, they were drawing characters based on different kinds of flowers. Oh god, that's perfect. But last week, they did a more serious art challenge where they picked one color and tried to make paintings using only shades of that color. I learned a ton about color theory and different kinds of values, and the final pieces were all...
Sounds hard. I've done a bit of drawing over the years, but I never got very good at it. Are you an artist?
Oh, no. God, no, definitely not. I can't draw to save my life. I think it might be cool, but...
He drops his gaze back down to his phone game.
Nah, I just don't think I'd be any good at it, and it's probably too late to start now.
Good job. Good job, Sinbad. He's playing web fishing right now. Too late?
Anyway, I mostly like their banter. I love listening to good friends shoot the shit, you know?
Totally. My favorite podcast is just buddies sitting at a table and talking. Yeah, I play web fishing too, by the way, Luffy. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. He nods enthusiastically, now engrossed in his phone game. What you playing?
Oh, it's a deck builder roguelike. I like it because it kind of strips the genre down to its basics. Ooh, excuse me, hiccups. So the games are comparatively quick. I love the art style too. They hire a ton of really different and talented artists to design them. So every card choice you make feels really impactful and important.
Cool. How do you play?
Well, I gotta go nerdy for this, I'm sorry. Well, first you pick your starting cards. You only get 12, and you can't double up, so you really gotta think of your strategy. Once you do that, then you venture into first level of the dungeon, which is always the same layout, it starts to get randomized.
I'm very quickly realizing how open and verbose Ali can be when he talks about something he loves. Part of me wants to interrupt him with questions, but I don't want him to clam up again. And now he's emanating something about me. When I have a very big passion, I cannot stop yapping, especially lighthouses, music, whatever. Like, oh my god. It really is sweet how passionate he is. Oh my... How is this game literally reading all of us? How?
I don't know.
Perfect game. So you fight using a randomly drawn hand of cards. Obviously, each card does different things, but only in a certain number of uses. Those are up, then you use it for the run. But whenever you finish a fight, you get a choice of 3 random booster packs, each of which have 3 cards to put to your side deck. I love being a nerd. Now the side deck is obviously very important. Now I'm doing more of a nerdy voice. I like it. And now the side deck is very the only way you can keep your cards in your hand. When you similar to the main deck, for each fight you are dealt.
He stops mid-sentence, seemingly realizing how much and how quickly he's been talking.
Jesus. Sorry, you didn't need to hear all that. If you're interested, you can just play the tutorial. It'll do a much better job of explaining I did.
You're fine, Ollie. I think I actually caught most of that. Well, maybe half of it. Here, give me the title and I'll download it later, okay?
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
By the way, just wanted to make sure. You're okay with me calling you Ollie, right? Ollie's face creases with worry again.
Oh no. I mean, yeah. You know, like I said, it's different if it's you.
He turns red.
Because you're my age, and I mean, you're obviously not gonna judge me. I don't know, I got that feeling about you. But Theo, I don't know, he just seems so much mature. It just makes me anxious. Well, like I said earlier, it's a childish nickname, so...
Looking at his dejected face, I decide to push back gently. And like I said earlier, I think it's cute, and not childish at all. His blush turns up to 11.
You're just saying that. And anyway, that's kind of the issue. Look, it's not really a big deal. It's really not a big deal. Like I said, I don't mind if you call me that. Let's just talk about something else, please.
I know that every character has, like, I'm sure that we're going to be learning about these characters' backstories as we go on through the game. I'm very excited because I have a feeling all of them have something that we don't know yet. Sure, totally. I'll have to ask him about that again later. For now, it's time to change the subject. So, what's this game? I point at the RPG.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. It has a daily reward mechanic, so I've just got it running on auto battle, so I get my dailies.
Oh my gosh, Sinbad. You're grinding, buddy.
My problem is that I like all the characters. I want to keep them all high level. But I keep running out of XP items.
Oh, it's one of those games. What are they called again?
Gotcha.
He flushes slightly and fiddles with the trackpad.
I know, they're like a scam, basically. Built to trick kids into microtransactions, etc. But this one is really well designed and has, like War and Peace levels of lore, and you don't have to pay real money to get everything. It just takes longer, and I actually like that because I can keep it going in the background if I'm bored.
Hey, no shade. I played Neo Critters for the longest time, so I've got no room to judge. That's supposed to be Neopets.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh my god!
Sounds like Neopets.
That's so perfect.
Shout out to you,
Oh my
Muda,
God.
if you're watching this. You have Neopets. Yeah, I know you're a Neopets fan. Ollie's disdain is so immediate and so earnest that I can't help but laugh. His blush deepens.
Sorry, I tried to control myself. Like Neo Critters.
That just means we both have bad taste. I can live with that. He smiles, once again showing off his assortment of incisors.
Me too.
My phone buzzes and I suddenly remember my unread messages. I should probably answer those now. I don't want people to start getting worried about me. I begin sifting through the questions and well wishes. Family, college, friends, 1 or 2 old co-workers. A surprising number of people had reached out. The news of the snowstorm must have made it to some major news station. I really had expected it to be just Rofi or Hunter. And I mean, of course it was them to some extent, but our group chat was starting to look like a GIF warehouse, but... A warm feeling begins to spread through my core. Sometimes you forget how many people out there care about you.
Who are you talking to? If you don't mind me asking.
Just letting folks know that I'm alright, and that I found somewhere to stay. I was just thinking about how nice that they messaged me. Reminds me that I do have friends, even if they don't live here.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
He looks down and twiddles his thumbs for a moment. I have never in my life seen someone actually twiddle their thumbs. It suits him.
Why? Game, I feel attacked by that. I'm twiddling my thumbs. I'm twiddling my thumbs as I'm doing this. Stop that.
It's creepy, isn't it?
It's reading us.
Devs. I hate you, but I love you. Anyway, I met almost all my friends online. They live all over the place, so distance. Except for Artemis, of course. I probably wouldn't be in this nice, warm room if not for him.
What do you mean?
Well, this is embarrassing, but when Theo first came to my door, I didn't answer. I don't like opening the door to strangers. Me.
Aww.
Same.
Whenever the
Warm hugs.
whenever the doorbell rings unexpectedly, I just kinda freeze up. That's me. But Artemis knew I was still. So he came back with Theo. Until I opened that. He was pretty mad, especially once he realized how cold it had gotten in my. I don't do very well with cold weather. I mean, I manage. I couldn't live here otherwise, but without power, I think I would have been in trouble if he hadn't been there.
That reminds me, how did you two meet? I can't help but be curious. They seem like such unlikely friends.
Well, we met in college, actually. We both went into school in the area. I think it was junior or senior year. My roommate was out, so I had the dorm room to myself for the night. Around 3 in the morning, I heard someone banging on the door and shouting. So I went to go check it out, but I didn't see anyone in the peephole. Turns out Artemis was sitting up against the door, so when I opened it, he kind of just fell into the room.
Ollie shakes his head, smiling softly. His voice takes on a new tone, smoother, less nervous. He sounds like a completely different person.
He was so fucking smashed. He didn't even realize he was on the wrong floor. Sorry. I explained it to him and everything, but he wasn't really in any state to leave. So I sat him up in a chair, brought him some water, and we talked for hours. I guess it was mostly him talking, but that was fine by me.
He was.
He was surprisingly coherent. He told me about his music. Yes, please. And tried to play me some, but he couldn't get his phone to work. He kept dropping it in his lap. We talked until the sun came up, but then he was feeling okay enough to walk. So we went to go get coffee. Yeah.
I'm actually just picturing him just absolutely blackout drunk, just entering his room like, hey,
Yeah.
where's all the party people? Where's all the party goers at?
It was honestly a really magical night. Maybe for me more than for him. When I talked to him about it later, he said he spent the rest of the day and night, oh my god, maybe more for me than for him.
Why am I thinking of Abs and I
don't know. When I talked to him about it later, he said he spent the rest of that day in bed with a nuclear hangover. Relatable. He even draped a black blanket over the window to keep the light out. That is so relatable. What the freak.
Yes.
Ollie falls silent for then, lost in more memories. I keep quiet too, not wanting to interrupt him. After a few moments, I speak up. That's a really nice story. It's kind of hard to believe, though, based on how he looks, I mean. Somehow I can't imagine him being that much of a party dude. Despite my best efforts, my voice breaks the spell.
I probably shouldn't have told you all that. He doesn't really like it when I bring up that story. I think he's still embarrassed. Sorry, but can you just, forget I told you? If, that's okay, I mean...
Ali folds back into his usual self as he speaks, his voice deflating along with him.
I just find you so easy to talk to that... Yeah, let me start over. I just... that it just kind of... slipped out.
Me? Easy to talk to? I mean, I guess I didn't interrupt him, but that's just common courtesy. Hey, it's okay, I understand. We never had this conversation.
Thanks.
Tiredness suddenly washes over me. It's been a very eventful day, after all. Especially after all the cleaning and packing I did yesterday in preparation for the flight. I yawn real big, remembering at the last second to cover my open mouth with a paw.
Tired?
Maybe a little.
You can go to bed if you want. It's been a long day.
I'd feel bad ditching you, though. It's true, I would. I've really been enjoying just sitting with him.
Oh, it's fine. I'm probably not long. Oh no. It's fine. I'm probably... cold weather makes me sleep.
Okay, I think I will probably head to bed then. I say gratefully, maneuvering myself off the bed and standing up straight.
Good night.
Ali chirps, waving a claw at me, the many windows of his laptop casting dancing lights across his face. Good night, Ollie. With some regret, I turn away and head out of the room. I remember Theo saying I'd be sleeping in the den. Whoa. That's a lot of it.
Whoa.
As Theo promised, the air mattress is all set up when I get there. Looks like he also played a metric ton of extra blankets nearby and moved my travel bag for me. So far, Theo's been an excellent host. Gotta remember to thank him tomorrow.
Holy crap.
I shut the doors, closing myself off from the rest of the house, and breathe a small sigh of relief. Everyone has been friendly and welcoming, but being so social has been exhausting, and I've had very little time to myself. I yawn once more and fish some pajamas out of my bag. At least I could sleep in tomorrow. The air mattress is an air mattress, but it's not uncomfortable. Certainly better than my freezing bed back home. Regardless, my body doesn't seem to care. Sleep overwhelms me in an instant. I barely have any time to realize I forgot to brush my teeth. Through these woods are new and strange, the snowy path I know, for I have walked it miles and miles with many more to go. With many more to go.
Wow.
Here the road forks. The left path is well trod, scarred by scores of travelers past. Their paw prints seem familiar. At its end lies a ramshackle house, spent, its windows shattered and gaping. Its walls give no comfort, its hearth no heat. The right path is pure, unspoiled and unstained. It leads further into darkness, to where I cannot know. I shiver, though I feel no chill. What path shall I take, and what difference will it make? Callous and unheeding, my paws lead me to the right. They carry me, as always, ever onward through the night. I turn my head to glimpse once more the path I could not take. But my eyes are veiled by shadow and the swirl of downy flake. There was never a choice. There's no going back. I know this. I stop on the shore of a frozen lake. The path leads onward to its depths. I feel my knees bend and strike the hard earth, lightly cushioned by snow. In the icy crystal surface, I see myself, but myself does not see me. I reach out, as if to cut my own face, shattering the mirror with 1,000 ethereal ripples. And suddenly, I am falling. The water accepts me unconditionally, cold as the memory of winter. As I float near the surface, a shadow passes over me. I see my own face on the other side of the barrier. I look away, afraid to meet my own eyes. I feel a paw reach out, and I instinctually shrink away. Sink away. Down. Down. Suddenly, I find myself swaddled in warmth. I blink my eyes open, startled by my unfamiliar surroundings. Ever so slowly, reality starts to coalesce around me. Just another dream. That's all it was. They've been getting worse. I begin to recollect the previous day. Theo, Rofi, Artemis, Ollie, and Hunter. I roll onto my back and place my paws behind my head, stretching slightly. For a few long moments, I sit in silence, listening to my heart beat steadily in my chest. I'm alive and safe. I think. What time is it? I paw around the den floor, looking for my phone. 8 o'clock. On a normal day off, I'd sleep in a bit longer, but the smell of breakfast wafting in from the kitchen makes my stomach growl. Probably Artemis, our resident chef. Then again, I don't think anyone else is going to be up this early. The image of a comfortable, curled-up Rofi crosses my mind. Maybe I'll get to see him if I get up later. Alright, well, we are going to save here. We're going to call it here because we completed the first day of this game.
Woo! Oh, microphone. Woo!
Yep, we're going to...
Oh, man.
Alright, I'm just going to label this, this one, Day 1 Alternate Paths. Yep, and then page 2. I'm just going to label this, since this is going to be my main playthrough route, I think for now I'm just going to mark it as current saves. Right. I'm just going to lay this current saves for now. I might be renaming it later, so. Alright, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. My gosh. I had no idea this game was gonna be this good. I had expectations, but this game is so freaking good. Oh my god.
Yes.
Mhm.
I did not think that literally we could relate to every single character, even the main protagonist. Like, he is a character of in of himself. I cannot wait to learn more about these amazing people. Theo, Ollie, Hunter, Rofi, and Artemis. My God. Oh, and I don't even think I can pick a favorite right now. Although I really like Rofi and Artemis the most right now, personally.
I literally have no words for what this game is.
Yeah, like
it's, I know I was joking around, like I relate to these characters, but I really do though. Like, it's scary how similar it is to me. Like I'll just say this.
Similar to all of
while
us, really.
Going through this game, I kind of put myself in Leo's the main character, right? Leo?
Yeah.
I put myself in Leo's shoes and basically interact with everyone else, like, you know, my friends, and like I relate to it so damn much.
Yeah.
Like, I have a friend that's just like Rofi. I have a friend that's just like Artemis. I have a friend that's just like Theo, and I forgot the other one.
Ollie.
Ollie. So basically, I have friends that are like all these characters, and it blows my mind that this game is basically, and devs, if you're stalking me, I will find you, I will kill you. Anyway,
not really.
Just kidding. Yeah, just kidding. Not really. Anyway, but it's scary to see that if I put myself in the main character's shoes, it's scary how similar it is to my own personal life.
Yeah. Like, I didn't expect this at all going into this. Like, I expected, you know, like, this is like one of the most well-written games I have ever played. Like, the last time, like, this is even like surpassing Ace Attorney level writing. Like, I mean, it's more of a mystery game, but this is like, this is just so well written, a work of art. It's so well put together. Bravo, devs, and I cannot wait to keep playing. Thank you. I am so happy that you're making this, and literally, it's really, really well done. I'm loving this game. I cannot wait to keep playing. We will be back soon. I love
it so much. I want to play more, like right now. Like, it's just that good. Screw it. I'm probably gonna be playing this on my end because this game is one of the most beautiful games I have ever seen. Because I relate to it so darn hard.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
we all have
it's like the devs are like trying to make it that way.
Yeah.
Like, they want to make us relate to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh.
And now, like, I'm still uncertain, like, which path I wanted to do, which character route I wanted to do first. Like, I'm still aiming at Rofi, but even then, I still want to know more about these characters. And even then, there's so much, I'm pretty sure we still have much more that we're going to learn about Leo along the way as well. Devs, you guys,
whoever you are, I want to seriously thank you, and like, I want to give you a round of applause, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
and this game is still not finished, mind you. We still got this is
it's still not finished.
Finish this.
Yeah, this game is only up to,
for the love of everything that is holy,
0.6.
please finish this.
Yeah.
Made with oh, I thought
it's just but it's still in development.
Sorry, but please, for the love of God, please finish this.
Yes.
I want to complete the story.
Same
I want
here.
to know
Oh my
the story
God,
of
yes.
Rofi, Artemis, Ollie, Theo, Leo. Like, I
Hunter.
want to know more.
Yeah.
Like, it's that addicting.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
oh, Lord above. It is so good.
Yeah.
Everything about this game is so good.
Yeah. And I know that Aiden, my friend Aiden, shout out to you, Aiden Rexford, if you're watching. He is friends with the devs on the team. They are working night and day to bring this game to its completion. I'm excited. I cannot wait to play more. And with that said, I think that's all I gotta say for tonight about this game. I cannot wait to keep playing. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Yeah, it'll be up on my VOD's YouTube channel afterwards, Wuffy. With that said, thank you so much to everyone for coming out tonight. We will be back with this game very soon. I am making this. I don't know if it's going to be weekly, but we are going to be coming back to this game ASAP. I want to keep playing. With that said, let's find someone to raid. And I want...
I am doing the
Let's
I
see who's
love you
live.
sign on the hands. I'm doing the I love you signs on the on both my hands. Because that is for chat, that is for everyone in this call, and this is seriously from the bottom of my heart, this is for everyone involved. With this stream, with this project.
Yes.
Let's raid my friend Hero Corgi.
I'm go ahead and hop off for the night. It's 10:05 where I'm at.
Alright, ready up, raiders.
Hope you all have a good night.
Alright, thank you so much, Fen, for voicing with us. Alright, thank you all so much, ladies and gentlemen. This was one of my favorite streams I've ever done. This game is a work of art.
Guys.
And that is... Yeah, I will be back to... And also, yeah, Ace Attorney tomorrow. Ace Attorney Investigations continues tomorrow, so be ready for that. That said, this has been DJ Foxy, and until the next stream, bye-bye!